We got audio, everything's go. Should be all good to go. On my mist shirt on, but it's okay. Oh, I'm too burnt to survive that. I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
It was a lot longer week than I thought it was going to be. We are still playing. I didn't choose to go camping. I think I said that on one of the live streams. That was a thought. We got this guy coming in to maybe join us eventually. Let's go. Take your time. No rush at all.
So are you trying to talk to me right now?
Oh boy. No fighting.
It's fine. All you have nothing to threaten me with.
No, it's
I
zero
have
things.
500 active characters on D&D Beyond.
So?
All you can do is kill me.
You know how
That just
many
means
I
I get
have?
to play around with something new.
I have 6.
Oh my god.
I'm glad you left Rush's note over here for me.
Oh yeah. Can you hand me my cup? Is my cup over there?
Yes.
Wow, hands me an empty cup. Nice. Thanks, dude. Didn't even fill it. Welcome, dude.
Well, he
Do you
can just
need
get
anything
To
to drink? I have,
sure. Whatever you got the most of, man. Kind of how I roll. See, Ashley?
melon only.
Hi.
Dad, Jesse.
You need anything, Jesse?
No, I'm solid right now, thanks.
I thought I had more than that. Apparently, I'm slightly less than where I thought it was. Oh my god.
Oh, you want your dice tree?
it.
Dude, that sunburn. Oh my god. Bro.
That's why I'm
Fucking
wondering
nuke.
when he's talking shit. What's to stop you from just going over and smacking him?
Man, that was
Behind.
fucked up.
Rough.
It's okay. I don't work quite the same way, so. Hey. There are wings on their way.
Awesome.
Delicious, delicious. Both the wild.
¿Cuántas dineros
Oh, wait.
quieres?
I don't know what you're saying to me.
How much money do you want?
I don't.
Okay, how much money am I going to send you?
None.
$1 million.
I can block you.
Oil caliente?
$1 million fucking dollars, dude. I bet you wouldn't block me then.
To be honest, if you sent me $1 million, I probably wouldn't block you. That's true. But to also be honest, I don't think that you have $1 million to send me.
Yeah?
So the
I sent you $1 million right now, dude.
then I would receive it. And
Hey, dude, don't be stingy. Pass him over here.
Right? You use a little bit too.
Well, I gotta be careful. Because, I have to invest a lot of that, too.
That's true.
that's all that would go to investment if it was to me.
Do you
But
want your
good
blue
news?
pencil?
Huh? No, it's fine. I got the green ones over here. I just missed.
Thanks.
And apparently I've got a bunch of other ones here too. I think that collected last time you were here. You added extras.
I
as
put
well.
a couple over there. Yeah. So. Yes, I did.
I've got, because I have the 2 mist pencils.
Yeah.
I've got the nicer one for when I'm like good, and then I've got the broken one for when I'm stressing, and I don't want to break another pen while stressing.
That's fair.
So I use the hardy
So
one.
use
The
the
one that I
broken
already
one?
broke while stressing. I already broke.
Broke
Use the
it?
one that I
Broke
already
it.
broke.
Done did, broke it.
Open it hard.
So that's how we're gonna start this live stream. That's cool.
I mean, it's not live. Something doesn't go right.
Right? If I'm not over here saying broke.
Broke.
But yes,
I've done plenty of dumb shit on the live stream. It's fine.
I still think I'm probably still winning with some of the shit that I've accidentally said.
Well, there was the upgrade moment. That was fun.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I was quoting a movie. It tastes like candy.
I'm wondering how red I look on stream. I tested it when I was over there, but I haven't seen it since I got through. I don't know if anybody's joined us in the live stream on Discord yet, but you can join us in live stream on Discord.
On Discord, nice.
Or not Discord.
Rumble?
Rumble. Dude, I literally have melted my brain.
I see that.
Yeah, you look red on live stream.
Oh, I'm looking at. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Whoa, red. You see,
Oh.
I went to a beautiful wedding out in the mountains, and
It's not even showing me that we are streaming right now.
yeah, I'm gonna have to re-upload it later. Fuck.
It might just be my phone too. 'Cause
No.
It's been a piece of shit all day.
No, because I can see right here it says that we're currently live streaming as David Hero, not as D&D Owen.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I couldn't create a channel until I created a profile, and I created a profile which automatically created a channel under my name,
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
which I didn't realize I had to do.
Oh, I can watch it on YouTube.
But there's a link
Volume is
to it.
good.
No, the link might be on Facebook. There was a link to the channel on Facebook because I had to go live. And once I go live, it publishes a link for me.
It's probably still on there.
And I can re-upload it to our other channel because I did this before that one time.
Yeah.
But there's 2 people watching right now, so somebody else found it.
Fuck yeah, it's awesome.
But yes,
Great, cool. Welcome everybody to Weave-Blight. Don't know how long it's been up and going, but we're happy to have you here. I just arrived. I'm the DM for Weave-Blight.
3 minutes before you got here, we went live.
Fantastic, cool. Welcome. We're happy to have you. It's our Tuesday D&D stream, and yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. Kind of keep it casual. If you got anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to say, what you would do in certain scenarios, please feel free. Shoot us some messages. We'll respond at a later time, but for now, we just focus on the game. Last we left off, we were inside the sanitarium in the crossroads. As you all had cleared out basically the entire main level. Well, not cleared out, but you had explored the entire main level. You had found that the northeast corner is basically a block, a living quarters, or what used to be a living quarters for the people who basically ran this place. You fought your way in, you cleared out the last couple of them that were just kind of straggling in here. And then you explored the rest of the main level, which was a silent zone prison, effectively. You had opened up each of these little slats on the prison doors and basically saw some were empty, some had maybe corpses, some maybe had people that were unconscious, some had monsters, humanoid or not humanoid at all, but had decided to leave them for the time being. And as you finished exploring the main level, you came across a sorrow-sworn creature of sorts that was just sort of numbed and chilling at his desk after squeezing almost the life out of Rieg. You were able to put it down, gather up all the research notes that you had left. A good chunk of dust left on them, but you pulled up all the research notes and all of the basic inventory of people, and cleared out some of the main pieces of furniture. Sturdy desk, very, very sturdy tall chair. Brought all of it outside, and that is kind of where we left off. I don't think we had taken our long rest yet. We had just decided that we were outside of the sanitarium in the crossroads.
we've taken a short but not a long rest
Yeah,
yet.
you had taken a short rest, but
We're going to go and study over all the things that we can find on the papers.
Yes, yeah. You've got lots and lots of papers. You've been able to tell that it's, yeah, definitely an inventory, names, but that's kind of all you were able to find, just quickly skimming through. So, what is it you would like to do outside the sanitarium after a good couple of battles of sorts?
I'd like to call to any local guards,
Yeah.
anybody in the area, and have them gather up the beds and blankets and things that we took from here, take them, put them somewhere nice, bring my desk and chair to the blacksmith shop
Yeah.
And put it right inside the blacksmith shop.
The one you've been working at. Yeah. Cool. That's easy enough. It's not Chatticus and Delwyn. They're kind of running a couple of other things, but they have basically assembled like a 5-person militia to help kind of keep watch on the different pieces of the wall and walk the wall. And a few of them are kind of on break and just sort of checking out the sanitarium. When you guys start pulling shit out, they're like, oh, what's happening? So they'll definitely come over and start pulling furniture out with you. Anything else for the time being, other than just clearing this stuff out, moving some furniture? Start looking at some of the paperwork.
Yeah, I want to go look around for any information.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Mist had pulled a majority of the paperwork with him,
Okay.
but yeah, you all can start looking over that easy enough. One of you can give me another investigation check with advantage, or a couple people can roll if you'd like.
I'm pretty good at investigating things.
Pretty good too. You said with advantage?
Well, one with advantage.
One with
or two
advantage
to
or
roll.
two separate, if you'd
Do you
like.
want we can do. Do you want to do? I'll roll one. You roll one. Fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
One for one, let's get it.
17. Or, sorry, 18.
18?
25.
25. All right, there we go. So 18, you're definitely recognizing and you're finding that the papers are out of order, scattered to high hell. But this does appear to be a breakdown, just individual sheets of papers, little mini dossier basically of the person that was brought into the sanitarium, like the date. None of them spanning more than like 40, 50 years ago from just a quick skim through. Literally almost immediately after what was like the calamity and when the blight struck. They all seem to have been pretty thorough notes on progress of the blight, but very sort of general descriptions, nothing necessarily specific on each individual person. You are noticing there are names with every person, but just the basic description. You're getting like elf tall. You're getting like young human boy, and otherwise you're just getting like a tracking of how the disease took over their body.
That's what I'm more interested in, because I'm trying to make a relation to what this person's name is to what they are currently.
Yeah. With the 25, you're easily able to do that, and you pull out a couple more things. So, as you're looking through the notes, Mist, you're realizing that a lot of these seemed to span anywhere from like a week to a month, and then the notes on that individual person cease. And you're finding that, yeah, this named person went through being hot to the touch and slowly started to be able to feel and produce cinders on their skin until they completely immolated and turned to ash. And it's a very slow process. As you're looking, it took weeks for this to develop in certain people. And you're catching things of like scales starting to rip forth from the body and overtake people's bodies, and they basically transformed race or became an entire different monster altogether.
Was there any documentation on Dwamers or anything like that? Did they track any of that to see
They did.
what happens with people who initially indicated transmutation versus people who initially indicated enchantment?
Absolutely. So they have every school of magic written out on these sheets of paper, and basically said how, like what they saw and how they were to affect each one. So with your 25 investigation, you're able to find the sheets that correlate to the most recent inhabitants of each of these cells, as well as the past inhabitants. But the most recent inhabitants all seem to be within the past like 5 to 10 years or so. Relatively recent, considering how long some of these people have been in here. But yeah, you'll see that like transmutation will have probably the most diverse effects on people, where it literally is transformative magic. The body is reacting in different ways. Certain creatures became larger and stronger, almost giant-like. Some creatures transformed altogether and became draconic, like half dragon in nature, dragonborn-ish. The enchantments and evocations, a lot of those ended up becoming the piles of ash. You're finding a lot of notes that led to that conclusion. And yeah, you've got a whole plethora of symptoms and side effects for each school of magic, including if you start to see necromancy. Basically, the life force is drained from the person and their brain starts to become more malevolent, forgets pleasant memories and starts to remember the pain that they've been through, things of that nature. I mean, you name it, they've got it, basically. Mm-hmm. And each of these cells, I could give you each specific thing if we wanted. But as well as that information, you're finding that they were being experimented on, that these people were brought up into the upper level of the sanitarium, and they were experimented on in larger chambers individually within the silenced area, and if they were coherent and still sane, willing and consensual as far as like trying to make the disease or the blight better, then they were brought out of the silence zone onto tables and were willingly experimented on for the time that they had their mental capacities. If any of them went south, all of them went south. They were then brought into the center, what they called the silenced area, and basically put down and harvested. With your 25 investigation,
where that pool is from.
With your 25 investigation, you know, because it's a fucking 25, you know that they were basically salvaging every last bit and piece of every single person, creature, humanoid that came in here. Blood, bones, goo, and all. Basically squished and brought down to its smallest components and rained into the pool below. And then they were taking that pool and using devices underneath the sanitarium to split the components within. Not really sure what that means, but that is what they were working to do. Is basically any failed experiment became blood that they used, magical energy from the weave that they were pulling from these creatures, the blight itself, that kind of like clearish, grayish liquid that shows up with the blight regularly. They're also containing it and trying to salvage that as well.
The only one in particular that I'm still interested in is I want to pull any information specifically aside that I find on the Aberrant Creature with the eye stalks.
Absolutely. Yeah, with the 25 you can do that. That creature used to be a gnomish mage. He had shown up in the prison roughly 20 years ago, and he was brought in for under the effects of transmutation blight. And over the course of months, because his body seemed to be pretty substantial, his mind began to basically sever off other pieces of his body to try and isolate and prevent the blight from spreading. So he lost his legs, he lost his arms, and basically just mutated into this floating aberrant creature. They have attempted to speak with him. It only seems to communicate in a language that they don't understand. It was aggressive towards the facility personnel. But that's really all that you find. They didn't do a whole lot of experimenting with him because he kind of worked on himself in his cell as much as he could, given the silence.
I'll divulge the information to you guys. This is what we know of them. This is what we know. On one side, it is good because I understand a little bit more of how the telltale signs of blight influence the creation of the different sorts of creatures. The bad news is that the most, the good news is that the enchantment and evocation is the most lethal, and we've mostly gotten rid of that. But the most devastating, that causes these horrific events, is transmutation, and transmutation is present in both of you currently. So you could be becoming one of these crazy sort of creatures. Currently, you are just enchantment, and so you'll probably just burn away. You can't use it. But you won't become a monster.
So look forward to.
That's good. But
Rain,
sometimes-
real quick, give me a history check. As they're kind of looking over these notes, and you're hearing some of the names.
Niner in there?
Niner. They're saying a lot of names. They're also listing off the races of these people, and even with a 9, you've got a good hunch that a lot of the people that you were initially sent to look for ended up here. None of them are exactly matching up with what you have with you at the moment, but you're figuring that this is where a lot of those people ended up. Just a 9er.
Yeah.
I think we have to figure out how we want to progress forward. I think we are good for the day to not necessarily go back in. We are still a little rough, but I would need an entire day down to bring up Blutes and also have the steak knife for called root. So we can come in tomorrow if you wish, but I will not be at full capacity because the damage they do is substantial.
I don't think this is one of those places that's anticipating our imminent return and is fortifying itself. I don't think that's what's going to happen, so we can take a long move on, I think.
Again,
I could use it too.
if we don't
Reed didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
Reed did
Almost
hear
did.
bell. But are you planning on going back in is the question.
Yes.
All right. So at the very least, I can get that drawn up real quick.
We could tomorrow, as opposed to doing a full delve into the place, we could maybe just move slightly in through the back door and take 1 or 2 experiments out and see what we can find of them.
I think that's a good plan.
I am very interested in taking this gnome mage.
His name was Degresh.
Degresh.
How was it
Deg.
called?
D-E-G apostrophe R-E-S-H. Degresh.
I would be interested in taking this creature out, as this creature is an aberrant, and we believe that aberrants are the cause of this, even if we don't necessarily find information from him. If he is hostile, our dealings with him would help us to understand our capability against aberrant creatures, if nothing else. So if he comes out and we can speak with him, then maybe we can find out more of what's going on. And yes, if we can't speak with him and he's hostile, we just
I can find a
Take
craft
that.
to do with him, maybe. That seems to work. I said I can find a craft to do with him because that seems to work.
A craft.
Knitting?
Maybe he knows
That
like
works just
knitting.
I feel like it's worked once.
Well,
You never know.
it worked once, but also
Maybe he's into ceramics.
it was a
I don't
person
know.
that could knit.
I don't know what he
Floating
does in his
eyeball
free
with eye
time.
stalks.
I'll figure it out.
Might not be able to knit.
You never know.
You're right. I don't.
Maybe he knits with his eye stalks.
He might.
I don't know.
There was also
He's an eye knitter. Knit-iyer.
Knit ire.
there's a couple more that are just that seem to be less altered. We could potentially look at ones that were like just like legs and stuff like that. That weren't like didn't look like dead bodies, but that looked like they were mostly creatures.
Peeps.
The armor fellow, I don't know if we want to release him. I don't know what that would be. Most of the demons, I'm kind of on the fence with. I feel like probably from the notes that they probably lost most of their like willingness to be.
They were very hostile towards the end. Absolutely.
What else do I know?
The demonic woman, both infernal and abyssal in nature, she literally ate the guy who was working on her and took a lot of extra outside help to restrain her. And
the armor guy who's just like living armor. What does it say about him?
the armor guy, no name. He was just a lone traveler. He was a human male. He was like 35-ish years old. So they marked him as kind of middle age. But he started being afflicted by necromantic magic. And he was one who, he was very, very willing when he arrived. He came with a caravan. Most of those people were admitted. And he was very willing to try and help find a cure. He would let them work on him. And they exacerbated his issues for like the first week or two. And over that time, he got like exponentially more angry. Like he forgot about where he had come from, other than the fact that the trip was horrible. He was paid less than the other people that were hired, things like that. So he really latched on to a lot of the negativity, and basically got to the point where he was cold to the touch. Anytime that he got particularly angry, he was starting to produce like these black flames that he would throw at people, enough to get him locked up. And they never put armor on him. Just one day overnight, he was a full body, full plate suit of armor with glowing red eyes, and they never opened it.
Yeah. Black fireballs we don't need to deal with.
No.
You know, these fireballs are deck saves.
Yeah.
Little freaking guys are like, oh, evasion, I only take half damage. Oh, I take no damage if I save. I'm like, oh yeah, well, con save. I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna die.
Yep.
If you need me, I'll be dead.
They're basically thunder waving you, just with force damage. A little different. That's fine. The other guys that don't group up, and then you decide to have familiars. That's
Familiars are good for delivery and also good for the assistance.
that's true. Very true. But yeah, I've got the whole list right here from the map. What you guys had.
So I definitely want to look at the eye stalks creature.
Absolutely. Eye stalks. Eye stalks.
As that's the only aberrant creature from what I know. I don't know how well we're going to deal with it. The other ones I was thinking of, why is this?
It's covered. That's a girl.
Oh. So that was just like that was the kind of normal looking woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't really care about the skin pool. I would be interested in maybe taking out the golden dragonborn as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If creatures turning into demons and devils gain the ability to speak infernal and take on the nature of the abyss or the hells, perhaps a creature becomes called dragon, takes on the nature of that. It will tend to be strong yet fair. And there was there's the girl. There's other normal-ish looking ones too.
Yeah, there's face down guy.
Face down.
There's girl. There's dead face guy. You've got two red humanoids with wings. One was female, one was male. You've got legs and pants.
Yeah.
Would be another humanoid.
What do we know about the woman again?
Just looked like there was a dress.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
legs.
The dress and legs, dress and legs and pants and legs. They seem like the least mutated, which means they could have natural resistances.
Yeah.
While still showing some of it, or who knows, maybe they've been partially cured.
Except they've saved in such a way that you can't tell.
Oh, Jesus, scared me.
Yeah, you moved here.
Oh, you're right there.
I got it.
Why are you yelling?
I got
No,
you.
stop getting yelling.
You weren't fast enough, dude.
No, apparently. It's alright, I'll let the food come to me.
Yes. Food must arrive with me.
I've just been texting about it too.
So yeah, I mean, I can even write them down along the lines of where they were at. So this was Ash. Sure. Well, I can write sideways. This is the
You want me to write it? Would that be easier?
maybe. This is the demon female.
Dem femme.
Demon femme. This is
Okay, this is painful. Hand me it.
necrotic armor guy. Alright, next
Oh,
one
wait,
after
I'm
that.
left-handed, maybe. Okay.
Alright, next one's green dragon. Green dragonborn.
I'm less
you wanna
compelled
read
to
it?
deal with chromatic dragons.
Next is girl.
Boneless lemon pepper.
Next is just ash. Next is face down guy.
Boneless garlic parmesan.
Cool, thank you, man.
No, thank you, man.
Next
Oh, no, you're
is
right,
blue
thank you.
insect.
I'm the one who got the names.
Next is a black egg.
Wait, black what?
Black egg.
Oh yeah. Oh, I want to look at the black egg too.
Oh fuck yeah. Next is blue dragonborn.
Oh, that's a D.
Again,
Oh, no.
chromatic. Let's
That's all good.
let's not delve too quickly into that.
Next is just skin. Big old box.
Oh, that
of
was the skin
Ooh.
skin box.
Yeah.
Skin is
Next
always
is
good to have.
empty. Question mark. Next is ash. Next one's empty. Question mark. Next is dead body. Spines.
The same spines that were shot at us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So probably somebody that they killed.
Next one is fat stone statue. Okay, it's a fat guy. He's turned to stone. Then next one is a pale humanoid.
There we go.
Next one is empty. Question mark.
If I could spell, that would be good.
Nah. Next one's pale humanoid. Next one is dinosaur. And then, if you want to, well, actually, I can do the rest because it's at an angle where I can write. Haha. Think. Come around the camera here. Let's see here. Fourth. We've got more ash. And then we've got dead face guy, because his head was blown up, basically. We got more ash. Thank you!
You're welcome.
Red humanoid with wings. Then we have a skin pool.
Skin, a pool of skin.
Yep, in this one. Then we got eye stock creature. Then we got legs pants. Legs pants guy. Or girl. Could be a girl. I don't know.
Girls from our pants.
Empty question mark. We got ash. Then we got more ash. And we got empty question mark. And then we got more ash. That's a pretty common one. Then we got our gold dragon burn. And we got frog guy.
Forget.
And then we got a displacer beast.
So, again, we can just, if we wish, we can just leave them here. They can be done with it. And we can just let them die and not have to deal with it. Or if we want, we can free them. If we do free them, we are potentially exposing other creatures to the blight. So that's kind of where we are.
That's kind of where you are. Map that down.
I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Well, since there's a question mark with the empty ones, now I'm curious to see if they're actually empty.
If they are not empty, then it's a creature that most likely exists outside of our ability to detect them, which means that they would also then be existing outside of our capability to wrangle and control them. So if it were some sort of invisible creature, we could potentially be releasing it to have it stalk the area that we just fortified
Or I
and
can
protect people.
weasel my way in there without having to open the door. I'll be fine.
Then it could potentially kill you. I mean, I'm
I'll be fine.
more than fine if you die in the cell. I just lock it and we will know.
I mean, I can always just like peek my head in there. I don't have to like go in there. That way, if it's pissed off, I can just bolt right out real quick. That would be terrible if it killed me like if like I was in between the door and the frame, and then I'd revert to my halfling form and just probably die.
Just a little bit of force damage. It would be
It's fine.
anything crazy.
You probably shunt it to the nearest area. Probably slightly painful fashion.
But yeah,
What? I
Reed,
mean,
grain, anything
what are
in
you-
particular
what are your
you all
thoughts?
would want to inspect?
do we even want to inspect any, or do we want to clear this place out? Right now, we have prisoners.
They're not going anywhere,
They're
so
not going anywhere. They're not bothering us.
Well, didn't you want to look at like the black egg and
And you wanted to take it down,
Ants
Dave.
person? Yeah, we could come back.
Just thinking,
At
if we're
least
taking a
long
day
rest.
down, we could. Because I will need an entire day down to bring back Blute, and then bring back the item.
Yeah, we can always come back. So,
I'm just saying, if we're taking a day down, do we want to do something with that day down and possibly lightly delve in here and try to gain information? Or do we want to just leave these doors locked and, as our old friend Xylo used to say, allow the dogs to sleep?
I think it would be good to try and get some information. Do you have an opinion? Do you want
yeah, it's fine. We can
to get
get some
info?
information.
We kind of offered like an A or B. And we're like, yeah, that's fine.
Well, I'm all for getting info.
He picked option C. There is no option C.
Get that all the time at work. Would you like this or this? Like, a good one, a good example, like margaritas. Would you like that with a salt or a sugar rim? Yeah. Wonderful. Salt or sugar
Yeah.
rim.
I can do a combination, but that's still daring.
Right.
It's such a pain in the ass to try to do. Can you do half and half? Well, you know we do it? We like dip it in a vat. So if I do that, then every other person is going to get
A little bit of the other.
a little bit of that. Yeah, let's just destroy the entire fucking station because you don't want to decide. Rain, what is your thought?
I'm not particularly wild about these down days, as I figure that my days are numbered since I have neglect.
Well, the
I'd say
creatures,
get in and explore what we can with what we have today.
the creatures here have been here for years. So
That's true. Doesn't mean they've been cognizant or themselves for years.
But if we can look into some of the ones that seem to have made it through in a relatively good manner, it could also help me in figuring out which way to guide you. We've had good success with Xylea so far.
My blight is seems to be at a standstill as well. Doesn't mean it won't come back with vengeance, though.
It's true.
Yeah. No. Oh, jeez. I just.
I just think maybe, I mean, we can go in first thing in the morning and push in tomorrow and delve in, but I will be at reduced capacity. That's my only concern. The only thing I wouldn't have is I would not have loot. So my ability, I mean, if there's silent zones up there anyways, he's much less effective, but he has the ability to kind of discern things around corners. He can discern things in the dark. He knows things that I can't do. But we have torches, which work just fine in the magical silence. And we can go in first thing in the morning. We just would have less, I would have one less delivery system for my stimulants, which seem to enhance your guys' battle capabilities. That's how they basically are helping you. Every time they're giving a help action, they're sitting there like stimulating you with like minor drugs, and you're just like really focused.
We're all addicts now.
Pretty much.
Not necessarily, because you're not like, yeah, let's take a day down and get them back. Let's get them back. We need a day down. So that's fine.
And you said you'd just be down glued, not being down any of your concoctions.
I wouldn't be necessarily down any of my items. I could, we could keep the, I would be down blute my bat, but I still have my homunculus. He would still have his healing dart stinger. I think if we are going to go somewhere, I think that up is probably the best bet for now. I feel like if we go up, there's less potential. As we already know, that when we go so high. How many stories is this?
It is only it's only roughly like 40 feet. It stands about
Roughly how
10 to
tall is
15
the roof?
feet up over
Give
the
or take? Like the ceiling in one of the rooms?
in one of the rooms.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean all in the main level. It was roughly like 12 to 15-ish feet.
So probably 2 or 3 stories. Well, we could clear that out. And then going down, I mean, it could be 10, 15 stories below the earth. There could be tunnels that Rick just didn't know about.
Up is good.
This is up to you. Whatever.
Up is fine, but what's wrong again with tomorrow? Why wouldn't you have?
If I would have to disassemble Blute's, like a Blute's healing injector, and use some of the components to recreate the initial pieces I need to reformat and rebuild Blute, and then I would not be able to rebuild the healing stinger until the next day. I only have so many components and so much fluids and things I need to build. I get 2 infusions per day.
Yeah.
So if I do the infusion to cast Find Familiar, I cast it and I get my familiar back and it's there.
But he loses the stinger.
But I have to lose the stinger because it's going to have 2 infusions.
Mm.
But the nice thing is once I summon the familiar, I don't have to have the infusion because the infusion's a one-time use. Boom, I have it and I have the stinger now. Then the next day, because it takes a day to have the homunculus is always up, and that's always takes one of my infusion slots. So I have to take a day, take an infusion slot, make a familiar, and then the next day I can take the second infusion slot and make the stinger. If I can't succeed or have more than 2 infusions, if I do, one of them falls apart. So either way, it wouldn't work. Though, again, I can technically make a bag of holding, which means I can make 2 bags of holding with my infusion slots.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can just start getting rid of rooms real quick.
Or start sending yourself to the astral sea. Yeah, that sounds great.
I can be far away. Easy device to make.
Motherfucker. The boss is calling me. One sec. Hey Dan, what's up? Yes. Sure, what's up? Oh snap, I didn't update those. Yeah, I didn't update those. Sorry, Dan. No, they never gave me a ticket number. I emailed the woman, and normally once you email them the screenshot of the issue, they give you a ticket number. She never did that. So she just told me that they would give me a call, and obviously, you know, like 8 hours later, they never did. Right. Okay, Dan. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the afternoon dispatches, they're all complete, and yeah, we're starting right where the morning dispatches start up. For sure. Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Bye. Got it.
So yeah, again, I can go in tomorrow. I just would be at reduced capacity because
Right.
you know my servants who work very hard to keep you guys functional, they're not very well protected. It's fine.
That's fine.
More potential for experimenting.
Well, it's, I just make these nice creatures to help you guys out, and you just let them get killed. No problem with that.
Things happen.
Down the road, one day maybe you'll have children as well, and maybe they'll just die one day, and you can make more. It's fine.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can just make
Is it
more.
really that? They can make more. I can make more.
Anything with the rest of your day today? Or are you just kind of moving the furniture and just researching the
I'm
notes?
just going through all the notes primarily today,
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. With your 25 investigation, you would also notice that the girl was one of the last to be admitted. Her name is Karen Terabell.
Terrible.
The last thing that they found is that she was willing to receive further treatment, but stopped being worked on roughly 2 weeks ago.
Say why?
Notes just seem to stop. Doesn't seem like there's any anything else happening. Like, you're not seeing any updated notes in the past 2 weeks, basically.
That's not. Is that roughly when the fires began?
No, that is roughly right after you guys left town the first time. About the first time, I mean, the time that you left town.
The only time we left. Okay. I'm gonna set up a station here. That's fine for me, and they're all gonna die here. So.
But yeah, your notes would would tell you that that is Karen Tarabell is the girl with the dress. Last known was alive, but that was 2 weeks ago. The pale humanoids were they were priests, traveling priests, and they were just sort of left to their devices. They didn't want to be helped. They just wanted to sit in peace and just sort of kind of started having these weird glowing white eyes and just kind of sat dormant.
What school of magic?
Looked like it was necromancy. Dead face guy was Lyle, I believe, right? His name, right?
Wait, Lyle the son? So I didn't kill Lyle?
You did not kill Lyle. You killed Doyle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I killed Lyle. Okay.
Yeah. So dead face guy is Lyle. He died about 2 weeks ago. Just started hearing horrific screams by his own account. Was very willing to be worked on up until the end. They had put him back in his cell for the night, and they found him the next morning with a popped head. Legs Pants doesn't have a name, but is human male. Late adolescent.
What signs of, or what magics are we seeing right now?
You are seeing, pull up my list. No. You're seeing divination magic on
Okay. Has there been any manifestations noted from divination?
Most of the people with divination magics either had their heads explode or slowly it drifted into like a transmutation state, and I mean probably 3/4 of those they just ended up kind of burning into ash. Some of them sure I'm saying it right. Some of them ended up basically growing wings and were slightly more demonic or angelic in nature. But all of the ones besides that guy, he was the last divination one to be worked on recently in the prison. All the ones before, they basically harvested. Melted them down, wanted their parts.
It might be a good idea to pull him out and see how it's going. Divination is school of understanding. Tarabella also seems to be the least afflicted, so she's probably the least transformed, more like you. She could tell us what we're looking at, potentially numbers, where she's been taken, what's going on here, what we're looking at within.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You want to do that the same night of, or long
The next
rest?
day.
Next
We'll
day?
long rest. And then,
All right. So you long rest. Each of you hit a milestone.
Yay.
Manage character and levels. This is one of the best freaking levels for me ever. I love level up.
It's a good level.
It is my highest pop off on anything.
Is it?
I go from 3 first level spells to 4 first level spells and 2 second level spells.
Oh, you're
Oh,
I
fine.
yeah.
never gain more than one spell ever again.
Yeah.
I also get Alchemical Savant, which is where I can add my intelligence bonus to anything that restores hit points, deals fire, acid, necrotic, or poison damage.
Brilliant.
Slightly helpful.
One more level until I can do CR2. Please.
Means you all are now level 5, correct?
Not according to D&D Beyond.
Oops. Try again after a short rest.
Go figure.
You might have to just hit the refresh up in the top corner.
I refreshed it. Do the second time. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Yes.
Oh, I got extra attack.
Plus you went to D6s.
Oh, say 6 is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. CXs. Give me a DCX.
D6 punch. That cool. Punch.
I'd like to try something today too, and we can see how well it works.
Punch. That's a proficiency bonus increase, isn't it? Or no?
Proficiency bonus is plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay.
So, were you plus 2 before?
I think so.
Yeah, because my skills are all 7 now instead of 6. So yes, it is, but it's not one that. Well, I guess it affects them all because they get an extra die.
Yeah.
Mine's all halves.
So,
No, I guess I also get the extra regen.
Yeah, it's true. You get another regen, you get another superiority dice, because your proficiency bonus increased. You get another key point, because superiority increased.
So, I thought we just did the 2 static, and that was it. Or am I getting it?
That's because of the proficiency bonus.
You get 1 static per
Yeah.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
now I have 8 instead of
Mm-hmm.
5. Alright.
You got the flurry.
Sweet.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And you could use it for other stuff too.
No, it's good because I got like the. I mean, I don't use a weapon, so I can't really use stunning strike. But
Are we going to take a day down?
My friendly
Is that okay?
game. For this day, I need Rig, Xylia, and Rain to give me Constitution saving throws.
21.
Absolutely. Doing good.
8.
Not so good.
Good. Oh, that's good.
9.
pencil, and then I don't know what to do with it, so I got this pencil. Great. Excellent. You are there. Great. Very good. Very good. Go ahead and give me a percentile real quick, please. No, just read.
Oh, okay.
For now.
No.
This is a D10, right?
Percentile.
Yes. Yep.
95.
95. Oh shit. Okay. All right. I didn't expect you to get that good. Okay.
You get braces of archery.
What am I supposed to do with these?
There it is. Alright, read. Luckily it's you, so it's not super weird. Oh, back. What are you doing? I've already done this.
Do it again.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. Literally, I've already done this. Fucking move on, please. Thank you. I'm trying to do something here. I'm a fucking DM, so let me do it.
I do have a twin monocle, and I do want to inspect everybody earlier in the day.
Oh, you will, through the night, you will watch this happen.
I have to adjust those as well, because those, now, doing this, these are all pink. Good berries. Heal for 5 gold each. A little bit more substantial. Go 4. Need a 4. That helps a lot. I got a potion of boldness for free today.
Nice. Potion of boldness. That's good.
What you get to drink. We get to play around with you probably. You can't do. I'm level 5 now, so I can do what level 3 characters can do.
You can cast more stuff, which is good.
Okay.
Well, I just got access to second level spells. You got 3rd, right?
Yeah, I just got my first third one. Still taking a long rest. So make sure I don't want to.
Let's see here.
But you got 2 second uploaders.
Manage.
She has 3.
3 and a third.
At least 1 third.
Yeah, I have 10 prepared spells.
6.
So yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't need it. I mean, I only have first and second level spells. Why do I need more than 6 prepared?
Right.
I'll get 10 when I get third level spells. Yeah, 9th level.
Yeah.
It's gonna work. It's fine. Working.
Can't do it.
No, can't.
We should- Margin.
It's cool.
I figure I have protection from good and evil. That would be helpful.
Yeah, the Facebook Live at least links to the Rumble properly.
I have to try it a different way. Too bad I can't put like positive conditions on people. Dumb. Oh well.
If you're trying to have a permanent condition, you probably have to create a magic item that grants the condition and then add it to them.
Yeah. Anyway, Reeg, your description has changed slightly. Very interested in checking that out. But currently, you are effectively enlarged. Instead of small, you are now medium. Instead of 4 feet, you are now 8 feet tall. Instead of weighing 80 pounds, you weigh more like 240 pounds. And you are just fucking ripped. Muscles just... You have advantage on strength checks and ability saving throws with strength. And your weapons deal an extra d4 damage. As you have been permanently enlarged by the blight. With that, like, you mostly seem to, you're like, as you're watching him through the night, you can see his muscles are just rippling and he's definitely like expanding. Looks painful. You're having kind of restless sorts of dreams. You're just imagining yourself running in training, just non-stop. But you do feel rested when you wake up, but you notice like something is off as his limbs expand and muscles bulge out.
Was his head enlarged as well?
Yeah,
So his whole body.
his whole body got larger. You do notice as this is happening and he's breathing out, he's exhaling some of this like mist. It's sort of just deforming his body. It almost seems like bubbling at first in his skin, and then his muscles are just like expanding and ripping. And you do suffer from a point of exhaustion, not because you weren't able to long rest, but because of the fatigue on your body.
Yeah.
But you also feel fucking swole.
Where's the
100th percentile. His body, as it enlarges, doesn't seem to, like, when it comes to rest and starts to almost effectively heal itself in its newer size. Doesn't seem to take on any deformities. He's just expanded.
I've obviously blown my clothes out too.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
The Hulk
Your was it your wraps or was it a belt that we were saying for your heirloom?
Wraps.
Wraps. That's what I thought. The wraps expand with your body. So they're kind of magical and attuned to you. But yeah, most of your clothes you've definitely ripped your way out of.
Oh, it's on here.
As Reek has mutated through the night.
Taking exhaustion, what's that do?
Just, so it's under conditions at the very, very
Yeah,
bottom.
I found it.
Yeah, the first stage just gives you disadvantage on ability checks. The next step is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, I believe. The next step after that is, I think your speed is cut in half.
Then you're dead.
The next step after that is like your speed is 0, and then the step after that I think is dead. Something like that. But yeah, you all wake up the next day, and Rig is a big ol' rabbit. Literally twice his size. Not deformed. Body seems to take it on well.
Fucking jacked.
You fucking swole, bro.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Now I'm the only small one.
Sucks to be you, nerd.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Don't fuck with us tiny ones. You should know that.
I know.
One day you'll grow up and you'll not be so small.
She does every day. She grows up every day.
It's fine.
Do you want me to see what we can do about your progression down you're being blighted, or do you want me to work on somebody else?
Or do you like being this
Gargantuan rabbit.
gargantuan rabbit?
Yeah.
If you need some new clothes, should we?
Yeah, it's probably just get some pants first.
Definitely split the seams in your clothes. Like
Yeah.
you might just have little rags dangling off your body when you wake up.
Mm.
And you've definitely been like kicking in your sleep, so yeah, you're mostly just splayed out rabbit style.
I mean, I feel okay. I look okay. Yeah. I guess you could work on somebody else. Would you say only 8 feet tall now?
Yes, you are 8 feet tall. You are considered medium now,
Wow, 2.
but just barely.
See, that's a big medium.
Yeah.
There are medium creatures that are 8 feet tall.
I can take.
He's not like wide. He's just tall. He's got long, fucking springy legs.
Ears.
I can take a mended down,
Yeah, his ears too.
and I can start to repair some of his tears and stuff like that.
Start mending
Pull
some
things out. Use my restorative matrix to do that.
for sure.
How are you feeling today? I see no direct progress. You seem to be fine.
Yeah. I'm doing okay.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
He's not scratching his skin off, which is a good sight. That's constant.
How long till it catches up with me, but
No, it'll be good.
I'll
it's another good day.
I'll set a potion down on my nice desk. And I'll say, Whoever wants to drink this potion, we can start on determining a cure and seeing how my understanding of the blight has progressed. And it's up to the three of you. Whoever wishes to consume this. How about it?
I'd say go ahead.
Oh, volunteering the small one. What about that one? He seems like
He seems to be happy where he is.
Yeah, but
He's a little tired.
it's all fun and games until the giant rabbit starts foaming at the mouth.
It literally just felt like you worked out all day yesterday. And
Yeah.
you're kind of getting used to your new height. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not looking up at everything.
You didn't have to look up to me. We were
Roughly the same.
I would like to find any notations on other creatures that had gained in size, because there are some creatures that became more giant-like. Pull out any notes that and just like hand it to him, let him know. Because what happened after that?
Absolutely.
Did they like explode and die?
Why me? Why did you pick me?
You got a high enough investigation. Most of the ones
Did you save on
that
your Constitution? save?
grew in size the way that he
Yeah.
did
Oh,
also
so.
became heavily deformed, more angry, more excitable, kind of scared, skittish. Most of them at that point, and not even most of them, no one had ever progressed what you think is perfectly. Most of them, if they grew in size and then became stronger, they became dumber and were scary and excitable, things like that. Some of them,
I'm definitely gonna make him read.
some of them, when they grew, they outgrew their skin and died. But yeah, nobody seemed to progress well. Most of them died or decided they were not going to be experimented on anymore. Some of them were broken down for parts and harvested, and one of them was left inside of a cell.
Skin creature, probably. Yeah. So the skin blob, it's just blank. That could eventually be. But for now, I mean, is all.
Yeah. If you guys need me, I'm going to be right over there.
One potion available for whoever wants to.
My beach ball.
Let's go find you some clothes.
He's back there like jerking up his butt. Scratch that. Your intelligence dropped by. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
Your intelligence dropped by 7.
Nice.
The first hour.
First hour.
Big muscles. We want to wrestle.
I mean, it's completely up to you guys. Or I can just do it. But I prefer volunteers.
I volunteer him.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Give it to the guy who's definitely well blighted.
Yeah.
He's definitely
We're doing
been the most
better.
obviously affected by it, yeah.
He also could be at the point that I passed to the point of return, whereas I could potentially stop one of you guys from becoming a giant spider creature, or a lot of the creatures who were hot to the touch did eventually become piles of ash. You are manifest fire. As a druid, perhaps you will learn to become a creature of fire, and it will be fine. But
That's a long ways from now.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can hold it off for that time. I don't know if I can repair this.
It doesn't seem like you want to.
You did read the notes, so I'm worried that you have already possibly lost No, I don't mean to come off harsh, but maybe lost a little bit of intelligence. Do you feel less cognitively inclined? Would you know?
Give me an insight.
15.
He seems to have the same mental capacities. He's kind of responding and acknowledging people in the same manners. Seems to process information just about as quickly as he was before. So,
I also would watch how quickly he read over the things and see how quickly he took notes.
yeah, and he definitely is just kind of flipping through them and finding the ones that pertain more to him. And yeah,
Does somebody decide? Or maybe flip coins or something?
What about me turning into ash and fire?
Then I will give you.
How about you roll a dice and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Why would all of you roll a dice? A d6 or roll a d4. And just here, I'll give you each a coin and flip it, and if it'll be odd man out.
why don't you all just start doing push-ups, and whoever is the
1,
last
2
one
is
doing
heads.
push-ups.
Yeah, 1, 2 is heads. 3, 4 is tails. Well, let's go odd man out.
Yeah.
2.
Tails.
Heads.
1.
Well, so heads. Oh, wait,
Everybody
you
got
heads.
heads.
Yeah.
So you're all the same. So
Flip again.
them again.
Huh?
Odd man out. It's
You
one.
said-
Well,
Flip
it's
again.
1, 2 is heads. 3, 4 is tails.
Oh, okay.
So
3.
heads, tails,
1.
heads. So you have odd man out. Odd man out, child out.
Flipping your gold coins.
Wow, what do you have against the small ones here? Did something happen?
I mean,
Oh,
just
what-
you said that he was not a child, and he seemed to have.
Did I use the phrasing child? In what world?
Would you like to drink this potion?
Yeah, well, fine.
Everything in your experience thus far has seemed to help you.
I think there was one potion that did not.
So I'll set a potion down in front of you,
I'll
and
just-
as soon as I set it down, my hand will split open where you see the healing injector, but then the fingers will actually move down and lodge into the arm. The healing injector comes out and seems to widen as this, like, bright, glowing white, almost steaming-looking fluid, and he's just got this huge, just
Syringe.
terrible looking
Comforting.
syringe.
Comforting, yeah.
Little hooks seems to come out of the sides of it as well.
Oh, good.
I need you to drink the potion.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What is your issue?
Asking nicely.
Now that's nice, as you're
will-
making threats.
It will make this work better, I believe.
In fact, are you going to puncture me?
It's fine.
Oh, Lord, heaven. No.
It doesn't work topically.
Where? Is that going into, like, my head or my arm?
Just
or-
into your back, it's fine. You won't have to watch it.
He'll count down from 3.
Have to watch
It'll go in
it.
on 1, but he'll count down from 3.
What if I don't? Now I initially volunteered. I said, fine, screw it.
That's
I
why
will
asked
drink
for
it.
volunteer.
But,
I told you I'm not going to do this against your will.
oh, because that. If you just didn't tell me about that and then just like tackled me or something, I probably would have handled it a lot better. Now, I don't really want to.
I need voluntary experimentation.
Yeah, but then you whip out that fucking needle. Those hooks and
Giant
shit. That's
Well,
terrible.
The hooks keep you from screaming.
And what if I run?
That's why you have to drink the first potion.
I don't want that in my mouth.
It's not much larger than my normal healing injections, which you've enjoyed in the past.
They don't have hooks.
This one's
I'm not a
more
fucking
important.
fish on a lure here.
Where? If you want, you can become
Why
a
does it
fish.
have to have the hooks? Can we like bend those
Slap it
down or?
The hooks are on the side of the hands, and then the needles coming up. Well,
Oh,
the hands
okay.
down. It's now just the palm that is like a injection
Yep.
device. I've been working
You chose
on
to
this
let
for
fate
a while.
decide, and it chose you.
I just need you to drink the potion.
You can't deny it, but
It'll be fine.
You're not the one that's getting stabbed.
He's also not the one with blight.
Yeah, I'm also not the one in need of being cured. I'm also not the one who might eventually become a pile of ash.
Fine, I'll drink this stupid potion.
Okay. Drink potion for the next minute. You can add a D4 on any attack rolls or saving throws to gain boldness. And I will go up behind you and at the base of your neck. As the needle applies, the hooks grab a hold of the flesh, kind of pull in, and just. And I will inject you with my restorative measures. I don't know how this is going to work with blight, but the creature can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. In theory, this ends a disease.
indeed.
But I don't know how it works with a more powerful disease, or if it just slow things. I don't know what's going to happen.
Xylia, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
You add a D4 to it. Drink the
And
potion.
you
Yeah,
add a D4
I'm
to it.
going to. Lord knows I.
That's why I wanted a 4.
Right?
Good thing I 13, 15.
15. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me some percentile, please.
Do that.
Nothing else is concentration either, so I would be attuned to watch.
Indeed.
71.
71. Also relatively good, yeah. Relatively.
I'll be right back. I have to pick this up. You good?
Okay. No worries. Good. I have to find what you rolled, and then I have to make note.
Something good, or I just rolled her. But I finally have lesser restoration, so that's cool. Does anybody need anything while I'm up? I'm not doing, that's it.
Yeah, definitely take one if that's alright. I don't want to tap us out, but yeah.
No, we're good. I just have to get more. I thought we had capacity, but apparently didn't.
Oh, thank you.
And then, of course, I would have Blute back, but not have the healing injector today.
Absolutely. Customize.
Customize. As opposed to the eye she was born with.
Indeed.
I also now have Corrosive Dart, which is a fun one. shimmering green dart strikes towards a target within range and bursts in a spray of acid. Ranged spell attack gets the target. On hit, the target takes 4d4 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn. On a miss, the acid splashes the target for half as much damage initially and no damage the next one. So that's good.
So it does
Corrosive
something no
Dart.
matter what. That's cool.
Hmm?
So it does a little bit of something no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And then I have Corrosive Dart, and then I have Corrosive Dart as well. Because I can't unprepare it, it automatically prepares Mel's Acid Arrow and also Acid Arrow. So it's just kind of funny because I have to have both of them on there. So I wrote it down as Corrosive Dart and Corrosive Dart as well.
Let's see your description. There it is.
My healing also for my feet is a minimum of 10 on you guys now, so that's good. The suspense.
It's killing me.
Finally get lesser restoration and
Kill.
Exacerbate the issue.
well, like I finally get lesser restoration in a campaign based off of freaking disease. Finally can get what every freaking cleric could have done before we left freaking Crossroads.
Right. If there were clerics in the crossroads. But I mean, you found
Freaking
2
mad.
clerics that have been in here for about 2 weeks now, so.
Yeah, but I don't know what level they were at or how good they are or anything like that.
Right. Priests, not necessarily clerics.
Yeah.
Could have been.
There's a lot of priests who are also just rogues.
True.
Has anything else happened in the town? Have we seen anything on patrol? Any movement? Anything? Any weed folk say anything to us or anything? At all?
What's that?
Do we have any? Did the guards notice anything? Has there been any?
No, it's been just peaceful patrolling. We've got the wide out clearing from the wall, about 60 to 100 feet in places. Just stumps and burnt ground. There's some slight vegetation that looks like it's starting to come up, mostly just like mosses and different things, very, very light. Looks like the Fey folk have kind of tried tending to where the whole burnt scar kind of meets the forest line. But that's the only movement. Sounds of wildlife kind of come from the trees, but nothing's approached the wall.
Okay. How is High Pal doing? We've kind of just had him patrolling. Hey, just walk on this until you see something. Yeah, let us know.
He patrols slowly. Often forgets where he's at. Seems like every time you interact with him, he fakes knowing who you are.
But his cognitive facilities seem to be declining.
Yeah, his cognitive facilities seem to be declining, but he's able to speak. Continues to kind of speak or behave in a similar manner as before, but just with less energy, a lot more confusion. And it's just a lot of lack of direction. But seems to be otherwise my pal. Do you ever look at the book?
I've considered taking some time and I didn't find the book. But we've been relatively busy. These birds so bad. Burns, but it also kind of itches, so it's like trying to just lightly tap it.
Do you put lotion on it?
Yeah, put a shit ton of lotion on it. It's still like covered in lotion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good aloe lotion.
Yeah, my buddy's mom, she used to work in the burn unit at Penrose, and one year I got really bad sunburn on my head, like real bad, like probably worse than you are right now. And she gave me this stuff. It came in like a squirt bottle, but it was just like a high medical grade aloe vera, and she had knocked the sunburn out in like 2 days. It was gone, just full on gone.
Nice.
I mean, I still peeled and everything, but like the pain and the itch, because like I literally at one point was hanging off my bed, because my bed was on the floor, and I literally had my head in a pot of cold water because I was just burned so bad.
I honestly, and I think that the accident made it so much worse because it did rain, but we stood there for probably an hour and a half before it rained, and so I already was sunburned, and then I'm standing there on the intersection, like above the road, just sitting there, just sun still cooking down on my already burnt face. So it's like I got a sunburn, and then the second day I
Cooked it
stood in
again.
the sun again. And then, of course, as soon as we start sorting things out, it just starts pouring rain on me.
Right.
It's actually a nice relief, but it was also, it's like, oh, that feels really good. But I also don't want to just be sopping wet when I finally get to leave here.
Right.
Everybody's boss is just calling. Interrupting games.
Fucking bosses, dude. Oh, my boss literally called just to basically be like, hey, so you didn't update your end of shift notes, you look like an idiot, basically. He didn't say any of that.
Till I friggin' holstered all friggin' day?
Yeah, just like, fuck, dude. Where he literally was like, hey, so I'm looking at your end of shift notes and it says, all of today's afternoon dispatches are clear except the last 3. And before I left, I literally was like, all of the same day dispatches are done. Him and I are looking at the dispatch on his computer, like they're all done. All the trailers are highlighted in green, which means I've taken off all the locks. They are all PGI'd, because I literally told you that 2 minutes before walking over here, that I PGI'd the last same day route. But in my end of shift notes, I usually update where the second shift starts, door-wise and route-wise, just so everybody has that information and when I left. But he's the relief. He's second shift. I straight up just told him that. I copy-paste my end-of-shift notes every day just so I have the same format. So then the next day, I put in my end-of-shift notes and then I just fill in the blanks, right? The information that changes. Well, I filled in everything else except I missed putting in those numbers. And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure. Like, you fucking know. I told you. All the same-day dispatches are done.
It's like we used to have 7 checklists that I had to do.
Yeah.
And it was like all these different checklists, and you had to like not just check, but you had to initial off every single one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then put them in a folder. But the exterior of the folder had 7 places where you had the initial that you did the checklist.
Yeah.
And I would always get in trouble because like, you didn't initial that you did your checklist. I'm like, I'm sorry that I didn't do the checklist to say that I did the checklist. The checklists are in there already.
Yeah. It's
All
open the
stupid.
fucking
Everybody
book.
just pencil whips. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, get over it.
Everything all good, Ashley?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
want
One
some of my
thing I
D6 to
did
roll stats?
forget.
Or?
I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
David.
7.
Dope.
D2. Excellent. You feel like you've done a good thing.
Oh. Come on, I want to know if I killed you.
I'm gonna say we're definitely sitting on the edge of suspense here.
I'm on the edge. Okay.
All right. You will notice
Oh no.
some things have changed on your character sheet. If you refresh, it should be updated. It doesn't have everything on it. I will tell you what the rest of it is. But you now have a new defense, and if you look under description, your appearance has been affected. When you inject her, right? She drinks this potion. You inject her. You see the weave flare up within her body. And the potion seems to amp it, progress it along. And it almost looks like it's going to be too much. And like it's going to harm Xylea. But instead what happens is as you inject her, almost immediately the weave looks like it's a flame within her body, and then all of a sudden her body is ignited. Just lightly. Not like some big burning bonfire, campfire, but just these wisps of flame are coming off of her body. For a minute there, Xylea is shocked, standing just in shock. But Xylea, you feel comfortable. You do not feel cold. That warmth that was radiating off of your body now doesn't seem to affect you. And you kind of feel your body, and the flames kind of lick through your fingers and around your hands. You just feel comfortable. But the flames are coming off of your body, and you notice that Mist, standing in that close proximity to her, you very much do feel heat radiating from her body. Her clothes don't seem to ignite. What's already directly on her seems to be infused with the weave during her transformation. But this light that's coming off of her body, these flames that are coming off of her body, is behaving like a torchlight. She's got about 10 feet of bright light that she's giving off, and another 10 feet of what you would expect to be dim light.
Do you want a hug?
As she almost
sure?
has...
Pause,
Come here.
pause. No.
No, it's okay.
That's quarter. No, that's fine. I'm fine.
She almost has a little
Oh,
bit
good.
of like
It's all
Ghost Rider-y look to her, where the flames are definitely like creeping out through her hair, but her body looks to be holding up just fine for now. But she is giving off heat, and you can tell where she steps definitely seems to leave kind of blackened marks in the ground. It's not igniting the floor or anything, but the heat that she has is affecting what's around her.
So I can't like sit in chairs or anything, probably. Or I probably should go into a prayer.
Give me an insight. Not bad. Bounce around. Bounce,
It sucks, it fell off the table.
bounce.
Yeah, I mean, 18 plus 8.
26. Yeah. You don't think you interacting with other things will necessarily spread it. You have a feeling that you can interact with things normally, but the way that this feels feels destructively defensive. Like, if something were to interact with you without you realizing it, something were to impact your body, that would probably obviously hurt you, but cause whatever it is damage as well. Or to ignite, depending on what it was.
So I can hug you. Nope, fine.
If you
I
want to hug.
promise. Yeah, let's just test it out. No taker, you're fuzzy.
Anyone want to test it out?
Give you a haircut. Fine.
So that didn't work entirely as planned.
Yeah, I am not happy.
You are the Human Torch. Well, the Human
But
Torch.
at this stage of the progression, you were dealing with the same exact thing that Lopal was dealing with, and his body couldn't handle it and just started to burn
Yeah.
and fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
So we are
Good.
progressing you through this
Yeah.
while being able to maintain yourself. Do you smell the smoke anymore?
No,
so
I'm
you're
just,
fine.
I don't know, on fire.
The discomfort's not there.
If I go into beast shape, will, like, my bear or spider be on fire too?
You want a wild shape?
I don't know if I want to spend one right now.
Well,
You guys did talk about taking this as a down
this is going to be
day.
a down day.
Oh, true. Okay.
That's why I'm doing this, is because otherwise I would need these abilities for healing if not. I would like to go and pull out a few people. Black Egg, Gold Dragon, Lady Dress, and probably the Aberrant. But I would also like to look at the empty cells, because I think I could determine if there's anything in them.
I would like to turn into a crab. Let's just see. Nothing like
Just turn into a
on
crab?
fire crab.
You turn into a crab, and you are a crab that looks like a torch.
Yes!
You have flames.
I am unbeatable!
It looks like it is coming out of your shell and your carapace, and your alien-like mouth seems to have flames kind of coming out of it as the claws, when you clip your claws and snap them, snap your pincers, little sparks of flames kind of.
Oh, this is
I
life.
see you two have fully embraced the blight.
Nothing can stop me now.
Shit.
Oh,
Fiery crab.
fiery crab.
So yeah, on this down day, you would like to go and recover these people. In which order and who?
First, I'd like to go past. I guess I think I have to do it from outside first, but I have time. Yes. Before I go into the silent area, I would like to attune my monocle, but not to just detect magics. I will use a new functionality that I have in place, and I will tune it because I believe that I can understand now. Attune it to pull the invisibility spectrum. So the lens kind of catches things that aren't in the normal light spectrum.
Absolutely.
So for the duration, which is an hour, I can see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and I can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Absolutely.
So I will do that, and I want to look at all the empty rooms.
Look at all the empty rooms. The ones that say empty on them.
Yeah, it don't seem to have any creatures on it because we were thinking maybe they're invisible, and then I got the ability to see invisible creatures, so I'll
Awesome.
have to check it.
Empty for sure. And then you've got empty, but this has an imp in it.
Is an imp in there?
Just chilling up in the corner. Just literally like clinging to the wall as best it can, and just almost looks like it's sleeping, but as soon as you open it, its tail kind of furls down and it looks over there. It seems like it's gonna like skitter along the wall towards you.
I'll look and I'll. I see.
Looks at you. Its tail kind of scorpions, and kind of nods a little bit next to him. Just looks at you. But then the other ones are just ash beyond that. But if you wanted to put imp in this one,
Empty imp.
imp, empty,
Empty.
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 But the other ones were empty. Beyond that,
Let's do golden
Statue.
dragon. Yeah, we'll do the gold dragon.
you all will kind of cruise together.
I'm just kind of zooming about in my crab form,
Oh.
just like
You have a flaming crab.
I'm
on fire! Oh, it's cool. I'm okay with this. I'm on fire!
I'm unstoppable. They said I would be nothing, and look at me now. I want to look at the fat statue.
Open the thing, and I'll touch the inside of the door, and in common, it'll say, "We are going to release you, bring you outside of the silent zone. We are clearing out your captors."
This dragonborn, appearing to be female, actually, nods her head respectfully.
Open the key. Escort her out to the back door.
She walks out with you. Doing just fine. I don't know. Do we have dragonborn? We
Yeah.
do have dragonborn.
It's sadly empty. There's new Dragonborn minis. I just also can't.
A few dragonborns.
I guess I could buy a bunch more minis.
We'll use this. It's a fun one. Don't matter. But you pull her out, and she kind of looks at each of you in common. Just thank you for releasing me from this prison. I appreciate your generosity. I unfortunately do not have anything to give you for my gratitude, but clearly you have seen what is in this place. Surely there is a way that I could help. I am
He's talking to you, Rabbit Man. He said surely.
I am very tired at your service. And you are
Rig.
Krieg. You are large for your kind.
Very.
Impressive. You are
Rain.
Rain. Thank you for all you've done for this place. I understand that it took some time to come to terms with what was in here, or whether you were going to let us out. I thank you for taking the high ground.
I missed.
Missed.
I am working to try to find a cure for the blight. We are clearly afflicted, but seem to be getting through it better than some.
I am handling it well, I would say.
We have a town here. Crossroads is not what it used to be. We have reinforced the area. We are building up a stronger community to try to defend against the sanitariums, which are clearly not what they are meant to be.
No, they are not.
If you wish to stay here and help us defend this place, as long as you work and carry your own, we will welcome you. There are houses, there are rooms,
I think that I'd be a great boon to this place. I would offer my skills to help eradicate whatever else was in here, if you are to need it. But otherwise, yes, please feel free to tell me what I can do to assist. My kind are rare in these lands. We tend to wander, mercenaries, things of that nature. I was just on a pilgrimage and investigating some suspicions myself.
She wasn't always a Dragonborn, right?
She was.
Oh, she was.
She was. She had an enchantment on her, but she was always refusing to be worked on. Any of the notes on her read that basically she had to be beat into submission and tossed back into her prison. She says, I don't need to eat or drink anything, but I crave to eat or drink something. So, do you have any extra food or diets?
Thank you.
It's minty deliciousness.
Minty. She says with her big ol' toothy maw, golden scales. All right. Chews it down. She kind of breathes out a little bit, and you see like that radiant kind of heat come out. She said, being able to breathe fire and eat one of those, that's fun. Delicious. The craving is gone. I thank you.
It's much more sustainable.
Are any of you hurt? I noticed that this crab is on fire here.
We're not going
Point at him with my
We're
pincher.
really not going to talk about that.
She is effectively nude. Just golden scales completely covering her body. She's got seemingly no possessions on her.
I don't have pants on her.
But she doesn't seem to care
I just
either.
have a shirt, a vest, and
She's got kind of a softer belly that goes down and somehow transitions to her tail, but is mostly kind of staying modestly covered.
there are houses, and some of them have clothes and garments and robes and such.
Sure.
We'll introduce you to our allies, which I have Jadicus and Delwind. We'd introduce you to them, let them know you will be staying here and helping us defend.
Sure. I've noticed that there's a bit of a change of scenery out here than when I had arrived. What exactly has befallen this place?
Not Tornwind, but we were attacked by. It's on my map. That's why I was like, why don't I write it down? Because it's on my map. The location was attacked by raiders from the north. That's not the right one. In Namlo.
Namleo?
Raiders from Namleo came down and set the entire place ablaze. We've come back, we have reinforced it, and we are building a stronger community free of the rule of those who are influenced by the sanitarium.
To include getting everyone who used to work in the sanitarium, getting them gone.
clear this place, as it is indeed a place of great evil here. I do apologize for hearing about the assault. I don't know if any of you all have lived here beforehand, but Namlians can be a force to be reckoned with. I have experience with them, personally, but
They tore this place apart pretty good.
they are under new rule as of recent. So it only makes sense that these peaceful times are changing. I will also research into this. I know of a few monasteries in the land of Everentis that would hopefully aid in quelling their overstep.
I would ask that for now, if you don't mind, until we have cleared out the sanitarium. It would be nice if you stayed here to help protect the city as we delve in here.
I could do that, and I will. Thank you again for releasing me. I will wander. If you need anything, I stick out.
And quickly let them know, like let Chadicus and Delwyn know, spread word that the Golden Dragonborn walk around us. With us.
And she will. She'll just kind of wander very quickly. She moves very fast. You see her kind of go off after introductions, and she's actually up patrolling the walls pretty frequently. When she ends up finding a good set of clothes, just nice, almost look like some noble person's robes, but very lightly, loosely flowing, and just very lightly tied around her waist, and that's all she's wearing. And then just claws. You actually watch her at one point, instead of taking like ladders up the wall, she just runs up the wall and sets herself on top and kind of looks out. Seemingly of good health. And now you have 24 members within the Crossroads. Continue releasing people for the day. Things for the day.
Seemed to work out so far for us. What are we thinking next?
That statue.
That statue?
Yeah.
I don't think we can
Are you
release
decrabbed?
that statue.
Oh no, I really like this form. Should have done the snail. Do you not
We can do
appreciate me in my form? Got something against crabs?
I don't.
Everyone's just letting the crab wander.
I'm just wondering
The on-fire
who we
crab.
want to do next. I think both the people who seem... I like the idea of divination guy. See what we can find from him. I like ice stocks, but that could potentially be a fight. Girl and guy, dress and pants. Really good. Wait, pants is divination guy.
Pants is divination guy.
Yeah.
Legs pants, divination
Legs,
guy.
pants, and dress lady.
Dress girl,
Dress girl.
which is Karen Tarabell.
Karen Jarrell. Are both ones that I think might be good. What do you guys think? Other than past statue,
What do you-
because
what?
because we can't understand you because you're crab and I don't speak crab.
I'll just point. I'll go stand in front and just
Sidewalks
like
down the hallway. And then you don't hear it anymore.
plant my. Could you imagine me coming around the hallway? You'll just see this light.
Fucking crab on
this-
fire. What the fuck is this? This place
Yeah.
has seen some weird shit,
Yeah.
so it only makes sense.
Okay.
Great.
I'll go open and I'll open the door with the fat stone statue guy.
Open the door with the fast stone statue guy with the key. Used to be a petrified man. No reaction. No possessions on him. Big old gut comes down just about midway through his thighs.
On his gut, I'll just touch it, and it'll say, I don't think he's going to help us.
I'm not
Just
looking
the
for
words
help.
just show up, and they'll look like they're written in fire.
I'm just curious.
But yeah, just petrified man.
Like a cast, flesh to shattered.
Stone to dust. Also known as disintegrate.
Ash.
Let's close the door.
Bring hammer on him.
Hammer time.
So, I don't know what we can do with
Let's
him. That's outside
check
of my
out-
abilities.
Pants boy.
Pants, legs.
Pants, legs, legs, pants.
Legs, pants. We will let legs pants out.
Legs, pants, pants, legs.
And we get from legs, pants. Again, I'll do the same thing. I'll touch the inside of the door and say, we're going to free you. We are eliminating your captors.
You just see legs, pants.
It'll do it.
It lights up.
With it.
Doesn't seem to respond.
Open the door.
Nope. You open the door with a little bit of pressure on it, and his body falls back. Seems to be kind of middle-aged-ish human man. Blonde hair, but he just falls back. The paperwork, they didn't ever seem to, or no, yeah, they didn't ever seem to get his name, but seems to be unconscious. Medicine check.
24.
Very much alive, but on the brink of death's door. Seems like this body is affected by severe dehydration and starvation.
I'll give him a cube.
You feed him a cube. You see immediately that his body seems to just automatically immediately start to show symptoms of a slightly more normal, more functioning anatomy and inside, internal organs, things like that. It seems like the systems are starting to be kick-started, but still very much unconscious.
Just bring him outside. Give him a bunch of water as well, if we can.
You can get water down on him. It seems to be just completely exhausted, but you can get him to come to. Kind of groggy, very much just in a weakened state. Kind of looks up at you all.
Still have the divination.
Still has the divination. Give me a wisdom save.
You said wisdom saving throw? 13.
Yep. Looks like he's trying to perceive your thoughts. He's fucking terrified, staring up, looking at you.
You have cleared out your captors. You are now free from the sanitarium and its evils. We have shelter here. You can work and have a life as we try to cure whatever it is that is afflicting the people without exacerbating it in a negative manner.
Nothing like being approached by a robot and a crab and a giant jacked bunny.
Well, that's like some days, Like, you're at that phase right now. To get you through the illness you have, we're just pumping you full of water, throwing some blankets on you, kicking up the space heater. You're just going to sweat it out.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
no,
sweating out
absolutely.
Weave-Blight right now.
Don't
It's fine.
curiosity, give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, of course. I was quiet for a little while. I'll let you guys check in. Hey, that's not too bad. I rolled a 12, so that's a 10.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you won.
Yeah.
Looks like he attempts to speak, and instead you hear in your head, I'm Nathaniel Sharplight.
Sharplight?
Sharplight. Thank you for saving me. It will take me time to recover. I will help any way that I can. As you have now recovered 25 people from Crossroads.
Oh, yeah. Building a little town here. Some telepathy going. It's helpful.
Telepathy, detect haunts, things like that.
And Sharplight, slightly better than Lake Pants.
Slightly better. I mean, leg pants is still good.
Sharp light with leg
Next
pants.
character name called it. Leg pants.
Leg pants be leg pants?
If you dies, I'm bringing in leg pants. You better be ready.
Bringing us twin pants feet.
Pants feet.
Twin pants.
Like feet around your pants.
Yep, that's
I
exactly.
like your pants around your pants. I like your feet around your pants. It's my favorite kind of feet.
Oh no, that's gonna get
Yeah.
The whole club looking at you.
Yeah.
Next thing, your jeans. Shorty got jeans.
Every time I see those memes or songs, I just die laughing. I know how dumb they are, but I just can't help but laugh at how stupid it is.
Oh, I saw the best one.
Yeah.
Today. It's so they have Johnny Depp, right? But it's Captain Sparrow, and the guy goes, "You're gonna have to marry my sister." And then it cuts over, and it shows Amber Heard walking in. She's like, "I need you to come with me to Atlantis." She's like, "No, no, anything but that." I was like, "Oh, that's great."
God damn it.
Okay, so we are 2 for 2. No, we are 2 for 3.
Yeah, because your fat guy is just a fat
You
guy.
still
know, I
there,
just
though.
wanted to
Petrified
look
fat guy
at
is still
him.
petrified fat guy.
He's not getting any worse.
I didn't think
He's
anything.
lasting longer than. Are you still a crab?
No, I'm screaming this in my head.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
you're
mean,
just a
I do
crab.
have telepathy too, so
You have telepathy?
Yes, she does.
I do.
Oh.
So I can be yelling at you in your head.
Oh, okay. Well, then you
So-
have telepathy, so it's like.
For the first time, you hear Xylea in your head.
There's no escaping me.
That's fine. I'm glad I can understand you while you're all crowd. It's
Okay,
much
but
better
I
than-
was just trying to tell you, like, I just wanted to look. You guys didn't have to come with me. I was just curious. You could have already gone and done something else.
What are we gonna do next?
Hmm.
And you guys probably.
You guys just hear a one-sided conversation.
talking
He's
to
just
the
like
crab.
looking at the crab, talking to the crab. You guys are like, what the fuck?
Am I missing something here? Like most of this conversation?
Shaking
Just
my
send it to me.
claws around.
That's fucking awesome.
Like,
No, it's
I'm-
it's actually a different one. You have
Oh,
to.
okay.
The new
You have to
thing
listen to it
too
with the volume
is
up.
normally like he has the monocle, which like
I just wanted to say
you
it
can
too
watch it
before I
like kind of
forget.
adjust, and it just glows green sometimes. But now it's like because it's probably within the first hour still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
this glowing purple that just seems to flicker. Weird. New
It's
things.
like, because you got that green mist coming out of you, but that, like around the monocle's like slightly grayish, purplish mist.
Doing good.
So what's next?
What is next? You tell me.
Oh. Girl legs. Dress.
Dress girl?
Girl legs, dress girl.
Curling dress girl. Reasonable.
That's leg pants' sidekick.
Ask leg pants if that is his psychic.
Girl legs, dress girl.
Lake Pants, do you know dress girl?
Fucking dumb.
You assigned their names.
I know.
Nathaniel replies back telepathically. I do not know any other people here.
Have you been able to communicate to anybody in here with your?
No, this is actually the first time
I must
I forget that I have.
just very lightly like lifts his hand, and you hear, I must be able to see
You're
them.
talking to him. Okay.
Oh, you have to be able to eye contact. You know, it would be better if you had your back to the wall. You could have seen when the door opened and talked.
I don't remember
Back to the door.
the last time they put me back in there.
Yeah, that's fine. That decision on that. If they drag you and push you against the wall, it'd be easier to close the door.
I think they didn't like it.
And even in your experimentation, you were never with more than just the captors?
I would, yeah, only ever, no other patients.
So, dress girl?
Yes.
Dress girl.
Dress girl, you go unlock dress girl. Same thing. She's kind of propped up against the door, falls backwards out of it. Kind of a dirty blonde, long hair. Also, just looks completely famished, unconscious, severely dehydrated, and starved, but alive.
We had
still.
her name again. What was it again?
Karen Tarabell.
That's K-A-R-E-N.
C-A-R-I-N.
Way to assume.
Like rock pile. Got it.
Karen Tarabell.
Karen Tarabell. And
It's
she...
spelled T-E-R-I.
T-A-R-A-B-E-L.
Oh, that's not spelled.
T-A-R-A-B-E-L. T-A-R-A-B-E-L. Tarabell.
Bring her out.
Very much unconscious.
Water.
Yeah.
Vitality cube. Okay, try to shake her.
She comes to, and she's got a little bit of enchantment magic on her, but it doesn't seem like it's fully taking hold.
As we're like waking up, I'm like, do one of you want to speak with her? They seem to be more afraid of me.
Seems to speak to you telepathically just fine.
Well, yeah, he looked frightened. You are much less frightening.
Crab's on fire.
I'm guessing.
Grab her on
Gargantuan
fire.
rabbit.
Not that, I mean, he's
A
giant
robot.
rabbit.
He's a big rabbit, but there are other big rabbits.
That's true.
You are the most.
Oh my god.
No.
Normal.
I'm the freak here.
You're,
Yeah.
you're the odd one out. How the fuck?
Fine.
Fine.
I have pathetic charisma. Intelligence is shit.
Your
Wisdom
charisma's
suck.
phenomenal.
You'll
what
be
you're talking
fine.
about.
You'll do great.
She's kind of middle teens.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Is she conscious yet?
You can wake her up.
Yeah.
Starts to breathe, coughs up the water, and seems to come to.
You never give water to an unconscious person. Just point that out.
When you're dying of dehydration, you have
No,
to.
you don't.
You can just squeeze some into it.
Just like applying a potion.
Just strangle. No.
If you want to drown him, I guess that's what
Right.
I could technically give it to her in a Venus.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's the
IV
first.
will work.
He already is kind of like.
Yeah.
I'm drinking the water.
It's like pouring down.
There's so many levels.
Fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I love it so much. But yeah, she'll kind of cough her way. Come to. Where am I?
Oh, you're just outside of the sanitarium.
Am I cured?
It's doubtful. They didn't seem to be much into curing people here. They were more of torturous experiments.
Just as you say that, just immediately just what little tears she can muster. She's just crying, immediately becoming a little hysterical.
Really bad hydrated she was before I put the one down.
I need. Where's my mother? I need to speak with. I need to see her. Is she alive?
Was she in here as well?
Did we know of any terribles?
You did. The very first time you came into the town,
The
you
lady
were
who was
speaking
fighting.
with
Mhm.
Mrs. Terabell.
Karen is Doyle's. It wasn't it Karen Doyle and
And Lyle.
Lyle. Her mother did not survive.
Seemingly, you
Sure,
did
she
not. You did not see her in the town. You've not found her on any of the notes.
Did we find her body? Or something close enough to her body?
Not that you would have found, unfortunately.
I would have had a decent idea.
You have a decent idea. You know that she lived in this town. You know that she was apparently involved with the Lord Zima. You knew that she was looking for her 3 children. She was just raising hell in
3
town.
children. Milestone.
You're not wrong. But you have to sleep.
We, so I would just, go ahead. You know her. Your mom was there.
No. We have met your mom, if her name is Terabell as well.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But it has been a while, and
Her
we
name
do
was
not know
Amora Terabell.
where she is. This town was recently attacked, and we have done what we can to rebuild it, but we have not seen her here. We don't know what has happened to her.
Attacked? Attacked by who? Who would have done such a thing?
Creatures from the north.
My brothers, have you seen them? Where are they?
They did not fare as well as you.
Lyle's inside, we believe him to be dead. And Doyle succumbed to the blight outside of town. To the best of our knowledge.
She almost immediately just shuts down, weeping to herself.
A little wasting hydration.
Can I go
She
like
continues to
pat
cry.
her on the
Cries a little
shoulder?
harder. Comfort her as a crab.
Yeah.
You burn her.
No, because she's not
You're touching
hitting
her.
me.
Yeah.
Now she.
I don't know how well you control this.
It's the warmth. Just give her a good.
But that is
For a crab, you are very warm.
that is
I know.
26 people.
That was
No,
27. That was 27. The last one was 27.
Last one was 25.
Last one was 25.
You trying to make people up over here, Reed?
Alright.
Come on,
You,
dude,
you
it's
giving
me.
birth over here, Reed?
Come over here.
Oh boy.
I'm writing it down. I'm updating our thing. We have 9 horses, 26 people, Lord Zima and his servants. Jadicus Delwind, a 15-foot wall, 6 to 7 feet wide. And a 40-foot break repaired. 40-foot entrances reduced.
So yeah, you've recovered Karen, which was like one of the first main milestones, just figuring out these children and recovering them. So when you long rest, that'll be another milestone.
Wow.
That's the fun thing with milestones. You can just not get any, not get any, not get any. It's like, oh, here you go.
I mean, I've told you guys literally you've walked up to several of them and we're just like, nah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've seen it multiple times.
Cool. Very cool.
6 is my big one.
The people here know you? Jadicus Delwind, do you know them?
I do, yes.
Wonderful.
But
Take
God.
yourself to the inn. They will make sure you are fed. Well, not fed, but taken care of. Rest. Get better.
I will need help to get there, if that's okay. Are all of your kind this week? No. Big ass motherfucking rabbit.
Rabbit, Erica, you want to carry her like the hero you are? maybe 2 arms. 'Cause she's struggling.
Just squeeze her like the egg in the bicep.
Yeah.
Just knees holding your feet.
And he's jumping the whole way there.
I don't need help anymore.
Please, just let me down. Yeah, easily enough to get her to the end. Just fine.
Let's bring out Deadface.
Deadface guy Lyle.
Deadface Lyle. And we'll bring him out. And like, maybe we could. I'll. Let's make sure he's dead first of all. Medicine of. Oh, that's not great. 23.
He's dead. Definitely
Well,
dead.
But dead or like
D
like
dead.
I'm just saying. One of our guards is dead too, and he's still
That's true.
halfway shambling
That's
around the
true.
wall. And then he just stops and gets confused, like, "Doing a great job, High Palace." Like, "Oh yeah, I am doing a great job, friend of mine."
It's like, thanks, that's what I was doing for you.
But he's not like High Pal dead. He's like
Dead.
He's like low
Like,
Pal dead.
yeah, and not giving off any
Or is there anything?
aura at all, yeah.
We can. I mean, she might want to bury him, make him feel better. Yes. Drag him off to the side. The guard comes with, "Can you bring him to the end?" So that's
Guard throws up.
Dress Girl, Leg Pants, and Gold Dragon, and Fat Guy, Statue.
Petrified guy.
I would be interested in the egg, but I can take the egg before we leave. What are we thinking next? I don't like skin pools. I don't like red wings.
What about Tentacle Dude?
We're gonna get Tentacle Dude out.
Eye stalk
Did you say tentacle dude?
Tentacle Eye Stalked, yeah.
The eye stalk
Oh yeah.
thing.
Okay.
The Aberrant Creature of sorts.
Degresh.
Can you speak with him? Like you speak with me? With his
Yeah.
head?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I would like to think so. I mean, if you have telepathy, I have
Well,
telepathy.
hold on. I don't know if I even realized that you're doing or speaking telepathically, to be completely honest. You're a crab. I don't know. I'm just hearing your voice. Yeah, let's go. And I'll tap on the inside of the door, and I'll, in common, at first I'll say, don't know if you can read this. Show me some sort of sign if you can.
It kind of like floats up and down.
We are
It has 2 eyes, not 1 eye.
2 eyes, and then eye stars. I'll click on the thing and I'll say, we would like to release you. We are destroying your captors. Okay, again, it's in red, right? We'd like to release you. We are destroying your captors, and they had documentations of hostility. We are also hostile to them, so I understand. Please don't be hostile to us.
It continues to nod.
Open the door. Kind of motion for it to follow. Follow up with the thing. Once we get outside.
Very slowly just hovers its way out. All the eyes looking in all sorts of different directions, like looking at you guys up and down, just kind of take everything in.
How big is he? Like, big? Is he the size of his head now?
He's the size of his head.
Yeah.
So
Get up.
tiny,
But floating.
but floating. Definitely just hovering.
Are you still Degresh?
Degresh, it says back to you. Still Degresh.
What is this?
Kind of slowly uses both of its larger eyes to kind of look at you all. Give me an insight.
26.
Doesn't seem to be hostile. Doesn't seem to be angry. Just seems to be calculating, taking in information.
They said they could not communicate with you, but I feel that's more of you didn't wish to communicate with them.
Didn't wish to communicate with them.
Same page.
And nods.
We are building it down here. You're welcome to stay here as we try to figure out what we can about the blight.
Stay here. Blight. Blight. Here.
There's some blight here. We are trying to cure it, but not the fake cure that the sanitarium offers. More of trying to guide people through it without exacerbating it, perhaps.
Hopefully.
Cure Degrash, perhaps.
If the robot exacerbated mine.
Perhaps.
You just sweat it out. It's a good
Perhaps.
way to get rid of the virus.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
We can try.
Degrash. Try.
I'll be honest to try. To cure. I would like to cure everybody.
It nods.
Definitely. Like so far,
Would
everything
you
that
like to
has
cure
come out of this is a stronger life form, which is really my main thing is just to make stronger life forms. So,
I mean,
it's
this
just
guy
it's
kind of got shorted.
in the eye of the beholder
A little bit.
of what's more about. Yeah, but he was already a gnome, so he was already a child. Now he's just a child head. It's fine.
I'm small too. We can be small together.
We are going to try to free more people. If you stay here, we can speak more when we get more out of here.
Degrash, stay here. It nods. And it just sort of looks like he's the larger head portion just kind of rotates and kind of looking out the back of the building, but the stalks are kind of looking around each direction.
Okay, so we are doing great so far.
I guess that's 27. We can mark that as 27.
27 people. I'm not going to. I'm going to say 26 people.
26 people and an aberrant.
One aberrant. So we are from here. What are you thinking? Can you say Denfer?
That is a demon female.
Oh yeah,
female.
Demfem.
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 Yeah.
So you're not for a fight.
Demfem, neck or arm.
Yeah, let's not do that. We already
Green
did
drag.
Blue
that. Green
insect.
dragon.
Girl ash. Face down guy.
Insect.
Blue
Face
insect.
down guy.
Blue insect or black egg? Or
We can
face
just
down
take the
guy?
black egg with us
Yeah.
in the end. Let him figure out what I know about it tonight.
There's also skin.
It's just yeah. I don't know if we can do anything. We can try to open it up. It's just going to be a room of skin. I don't like skin or skin.
There's also
pool.
skin pool if you're interested in
Skin's
skin
good
pool.
for, like armor and it's like the new leather. Turn it into leather.
So, according to this, Degrash showed severe hostility towards them. Red-winged creatures showed severe hostility. Maybe it's not as much as they just got very angry. Maybe they just became more aggressive towards their
Captors.
captors. We could try to release one of these creatures and see what happens. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Or we can check the frog guy. The frog seems to be relatively.
Oh, I should have turned into a flaming frog.
I mean, I think maybe a frog is less intimidating.
Frog is good.
I think
Good
so.
frog guy.
Frog guy? Yeah? What do you think? You? Creek? Frog guy? You've been quiet. Just tired from your growing pains?
Yeah.
I understand. You want to talk to Frog Guy?
I could try.
I feel like you're as good at talking as any of us. Frog, we can go over to the thing and I'll inside the door. I don't know if you can read this. We're going to free you. We have dispatched most of your captors.
It kind of nods at you.
Open the door and kind of lean it out.
Kind of stop you a little. Walks out.
What size frog guy? Like small, medium, large?
It's like small. It's kind of stout, almost medium, but it's small.
Yeah, I'm 8 feet tall, so I'm like literally looking down at
You're like
Are
twice
we
his
releasing
size.
a Vanderhop
Yeah.
or like a grung?
Kind of like a grung-ish. Yeah.
It's an idea of what we're looking at.
You are free now, friend. What is your name?
It's about. Björkwan. Björkwan.
Yakwan?
Björkwan.
Miraquan?
Björkwan. Björkwan.
Are you sure that's not his name and just the only thing he can say?
I don't know.
Things like Groot.
Wellakwanad.
Oh, there it is.
Wellakwanad. Wellakwanad. Wana. Wellakwana. Try speaking to you in a language that none of you know.
I will speak to him in a very awkward, heavy primordial.
Would speak with animals technically work on him?
Very confusing. It's definitely humanoid, unfortunately.
Ah,
Do you need shared language for your telepathy?
huh?
Do you need shared language for your telepathy?
I think you do.
Some of them they just have to have a language, but I don't know. Oh, you have telepathy from your race. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
None of us speak whatever it is that you speak.
Wah. Wah.
But worry not, we're not gonna hurt you.
Nods. Gerawa. Gera.
Waltz. Defend. Got the shield. Waltz. Shield.
Dodge. Dodge. Back. Back. It says.
Yeah, I have to share a language.
Miraquan. Waltz.
Dodge.
Miraquin. Safe. No. What's that?
Yeah. Nods.
Gods, the frog is with us as well.
There are a bunch of people that have come and kind of decided to watch as you bring
The gods
random
are with us.
fucking array of people out. Like, there's patrol going on, and Verita, she's definitely patrolling the wall faster than the guards. But you've got like a good 3 guards at least chilling up on the wall watching. A few people, some of just the townsfolk that have stuck around are kind of just like chilling off in the distance watching.
Nathaniel, can you speak to frogs? Somebody find out if Nathaniel speaks to frogs, please.
He's out sleeping somewhere.
Good. May I go and look for Nathaniel? He has legs with pants on them.
Eeg. Org. Eeg. Org. Wana. Wana. And it goes.
I think she said you had shared language, right?
I don't share a language with
Oh,
her.
I thought her.
No.
Okay.
It seems to understand you just fine.
Can't speak it,
Just
yeah.
can't speak common with whatever's going on in
If
there.
it can't talk to me, I don't understand it. If it understands me, I'm trying
Yeah. You're like,
to social interactions.
but yeah, he goes on. Goes somewhere else.
Success. I'm adding him to our roster. I'll call him a people. Frog can be a people. Yes, frog people?
People. Yeah, I would say so.
27
That's,
people.
well, yeah.
And one average.
And whatever.
What are we thinking next? Do we want to try
Well, we'll try.
one of the red wings?
That or face down guy.
Face down guy's probably dead.
Or say never.
We can go and check face down guy. We can check all the ones that we think are dead.
Right?
There's no magic aura coming from him, right?
You're not seeing any magical.
Most of the ones that are alive, I see magic aura coming from. This one has none, no signs of life, but probably better off to detect. How many other dead ones are there? We already pulled Lyle, dead face down guy. There's no more that way,
A
right?
dead face down guy, and then that was pretty much it.
There's one more.
There's dead body with the spines in it,
Yeah.
and then there's dead face down guy, another dead
Yeah.
face down guy.
Yeah.
Dead face guy was Lyle's head was blown off.
Okay, so the dead face down guy and the dead spines guy,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, so we can pull both of them
Okay.
and just bring them out to see.
Dead spines guy was dead. Give me a medicine check.
17.
Yeah, dead spines guy definitely dead. Another medicine check.
18.
Dead face down guy doesn't appear to have any markings. Cause of death seems to be just about impossible to figure out. You're not really sure. Seems to be very much dead, but you're not finding any lacerations, any flames on him, no spines on him, no blood coming from him, no ooze coming out
I'd
of
like
him.
to try to stabilize him. Stabilization protocol.
Sure. Give him a stabilization protocol.
So, other hand, shield hand. 2 little, like the pads of my thumb and pinky will come off as little strings, just and stick to him, and I'll just shock him. It's one of my stabilization protocols. It's just shocking somebody.
You do that,
To spare the dying.
and its eyes come open. And its head turns around to look at you.
Fucking miracle worker.
Relatively just the plainest features that you could tell. Overly pale humanoid. But as it looks at you, doesn't really seem to have a nose. Seems to have like 2 little dips in it. Very flat features. The eyes are very milk white over them. But yeah, just mostly
Necromancy at all?
featureless, mostly hairless. Not really seeing any necromancy.
I hate to alarm you, but I think you are dead.
It looks like it kind of registers it in its body a little bit, just kind of like tilts its head down, looks back up at you and nods.
Do you speak?
Its lips kind of seem stuck together and they separate briefly. I speak. Yes. I speak. Yes. Who are you?
Mist.
Rig.
Mist. Rig.
Right.
Rain. And you're familiar.
It's a crab.
Fiery crab. Is it okay?
I've actually never seen a crab before. Are they not all on fire?
I
This one?
don't know.
And I wouldn't assume that there's anything wrong with it. I thought that being on fire was its natural state of existence.
Maybe.
You definitely don't have normal signs of life. What do you know of yourself? Is this because of the blight?
I don't know. I had a long dream. I walked in a dark land. Many dead trees, a blackened sky, and I felt a pull. And here I am.
We may have brought you back to life. Thank you for this.
I am grateful. I don't know why I walked, or what it was I did, but I could provide help.
Maybe you could help our friend Hypal. He's also dead. Guard the wall. He is losing his mind a little bit. I think he needs to be stimulated slightly.
I could accompany High Pal. Yes. On the wall. And he kind of like almost seems to just recognize his surroundings a little bit, or see the surroundings.
Do you have a name?
Blank. You may call me Blank.
It's usually what you call somebody who does not have a name, but that's...
Technically, that's the name.
Maybe I don't have a name. So Blank is fine. First thing to come to mind.
I will write down blank / undead tree walker in my book.
Undead Tree Walker, fantastic. But yeah, you send him over to Hypal, and that's 29 living things now within the crossroads that are assisting you?
27 people, 1 aberrant, 1 dead dude.
1 dead dude, Blank.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 dead dudes.
Gotta have the dead dudes.
2 dead dudes?
Because we're not taking Hypal from here. He's becoming more of a liability than an asset. So yeah.
But he,
And yeah, it's undead
Like-
spin guys did though.
Yeah, Undead's fine, guys. Very much dead. But as Blank continues to walk away, still just stark pale. Looks like he's a fucking walking corpse. Not necessarily like completely like atrophied or like rigor mortis-y. Doesn't seem to be super tight. But just leathery, more pale than like browning over, and kind of gangly. Looks like he's figuring out how to use his facilities.
One necromancer from going away from being a ghoul.
Perhaps. Getting reborn vibes.
One like shtick into him. And now he stinks. Good luck. But yeah, he wanders off to go try and find Typel. Next up,
Red Wings?
Yeah.
Do we do the far one or the first one? They're both pretty much the same. One was like partially, the one over here, the Demfem, was demonic and infernal in nature. A swirling of both. Is this one the same or is this one slightly different? This one, I thought this one was more infernal.
that one is more infernal.
Let's do that one.
I thought the first one was dead. Like up against the wall.
No, she's like against the wall.
She's
but
like-
has her, like wings.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
gotcha.
stuffed herself.
I thought-
She was
okay.
being so still and not reacting that she seemed
I gotcha.
to be a corpse until they tried to react and speak with her. Because you put something in there,
Mm-hmm.
like try and get her attention, and she responded to you telepathically in a language that you don't understand.
Let's try this one. Can you understand this?
He nods.
Oh, it's a he.
This one's he.
Oh, this one's a he. Wonderful.
Redhorn's big old leathery bat wings.
I know you are hostile to your captors. Most of them have died. We would like to free you. We easily killed the people who kept you captive. Hostility is not advised.
He nods.
Door. Announce the sound. Welcome to sound.
Walks out and his wings just big, massive wings. Covers like the 5 feet squares next to him. Tiny little red horns. Just kind of stretches a bit, flexes a little bit. Very, very handsome dude. Short, like red and black hair, kind of pulled back. Otherwise completely nude. Big old long red prehensile tail behind him. And it kind of is like, as he looks at each different one of you, the tail kind of like points each one of you up and down without him really looking at you. He says in common, "You have freed me. Thank you. What do you call yourselves? Heroes of the sanitarium." Heroes.
I'm Rig.
Rig. Excellent.
Let's grab.
I have a name.
Grab.
I'll tell him telepathically. I am Zalia.
He replies in your head telepathically. The pleasure is mine, Zalia. Continues to look at the others. Raises his eyebrows.
I'm Rain.
Great.
What's your name?
I like him.
You may call me Fred. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I missed.
15.
weird
15?
name. This is no weirder than blank.
Mm.
I don't think they know how friends how names work.
Right, apparently not.
His eyes definitely seem to kind of glow over when he says that to you.
Do I
Mist.
see magic? Is he doing magic on me?
You saw magic. Yeah, you saw magic happen. Definitely a charm of sorts. And mist.
Enchantment, compulsion.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. No, I'm saying this
Oh,
out
yeah.
loud. Enchantment, compulsion, not a good idea, friend.
Just testing your capabilities.
Well, again, you got put into a cage and controlled by creatures. We then killed those creatures and set you free. So, I mean, you can kind of do the math.
Oh,
We expect nothing from you. We're not doing any awful experiments on you.
We wish to fully clear out the sanitarium. We wish to cure the blight. We have created a stronghold, safe haven from the blight. There are creatures from Mamleo who may wish to further destroy this place. So we are looking for strong defenders. You're welcome to be here so long as you don't compulsion magic the townsfolk.
alright. But you're building up here.
We're building a stronghold. Another place.
I have exceptional skills, especially in the way of communication. I would love to help out. I could even be less imposing as he kind of looks up at all the people that are kind of like wide-eyed, like, what the fuck? He says, I could fit him. And you see he like stops and he puts his hands together and concentrates for a moment, and his wings seem to like collapse into his back. He's just standing there looking like a regular human. Looks like the horns kind of recede into his head as he changes his shape to look
Okay.
more human.
We're gonna go grab some skin and hand it to him so he can use it as clothing.
Some skin?
Yeah, just like grab it in my
We'll wear
pincher and
some
just
skin.
drag it
What's-
across the ground.
Large skin creature. You'd have to cut it off with a creature.
I got pinchers.
Poor creature.
But yeah,
I burned it. It's
just wings seem to disappear into his back,
There's
and
crows in the buildings.
Well,
I think him wearing a skin suit probably would be less imposing.
looks to be a very, very well-fed, like pretty athletic build. Doesn't seem to be affected by starvation or anything else. Human.
You don't have a name other than friend. That's probably not going to work out well. I mean, people might need an actual name.
You don't like that name?
Well, no, because I'd be like, hey, this person's my friend, and like, oh, you mean your friend, like friend? Or
Well, it'd be
what?
like,
It'd be confusing.
wow, it's really hard to see with all this mist around, and then
It is hard to see with all this green around.
if all of you was around.
It's actually a good idea. What if I aerosolized?
Be interesting.
I have an idea. That would be helpful.
Yes.
I never thought of actually trying. I mean, until you say it now, I never thought of mist being relevant.
Or, confusing in circumstances where mist is present and mist is present.
Just saying mist is much more of a name than.
Oh, we
Or maybe you're just spelling it incorrectly.
comparing
You,
names now.
you think it's M-I-S-T, or it's M-I-S-S-E-D.
Well, then that's even more confusing, because you would use that mist way more often, in theory.
We wouldn't use that very often, which is why your captors have followed.
But they must have missed.
oh, I miss all the time. What did you just
This
say?
is your crab. I don't know which one
When
you
I'm
said.
I
not
am.
crap. Head. I can get into people's heads.
If you could, I suppose, humor me. You may call me friend, you may call me whatever it is you wish, but for now, respectfully, friend is just fine.
No, that's fine. I just feel like at some point there's going to be confusion for it.
I'm going to go ahead and just get out of my crab form because it seems to be eating.
You come out. Oh. My suspicions were true. You are indeed of a druidic nature.
Was it the fact that I could speak as a crab?
Well, I've never seen that type of crab survive being on fire, so something had to be off there.
I just feel like I could be like, hey, Chatticus, go tell friend information. And he'd walk out and be like, hey, Delwind, you're my friend. This is information. Whereas at the same time, nobody would be like, hey, if somebody's like, hey, go tell Mist that we need vitality cubes, the person's not going to walk out and be like, hey, Foggy Sky, we need vitality cubes. I feel like it's a lot
You
more.
can have a nickname.
I love nicknames.
Why won't you tell us your name, though? You want us to trust you.
I do. And I trust you.
Yeah, just
You have freed me.
also used compulsion magics against my friend here, not you, but
I do apologize. I mean, it is much easier to fly away with one less person trying to shoot me with the bow on their back. But if it is aid that you would like, and a home that will not kill me,
a very large dart just formed, like you can see like bubbling
Just
with
loads up.
acid.
We're not helping.
I'm just bow and arrows aren't
What's with
necessary.
you and showing that off to are you trying to intimidate him?
That was literally the first time I've ever shown anybody that. It wasn't my little poison dart.
it was
This
a
like
big ass fucking acid.
Still-
Like-
It's still the fact of the matter. One or the other, I don't care. He's not intimidating us. We don't need to
He
go.
literally is trying to use magic on our friends to be able to flee. It's fine. If you want to just leave, you can leave. But we are building a stronghold here. We're just offering.
Like I said, weighing options, testing ability, seeing if I could manage some influence to, say, not waste my time here, but
Create an uprising, overthrow our established foothold.
yes, because I can do that one person at a time.
That's usually how you would do something like that. It's kind of how we are doing it.
No, where
I
I
haven't even got the last lord out yet.
where I come from, either everyone serves or they all burn.
Didn't he become this thing, or did he not become this thing? I thought he, there was a listing and he had started to become this thing.
Ooh, listen, you've got notes that he became this thing. But he had no name.
No name initially. What did he look like initially?
He was like a late teens human and short black hair, very charismatic, seemed to be like a traveling merchant, but that's all the details they took on him. Otherwise, he started to take on transmutation magics, and he was willing to be experimented on to search for a cure. And as it got on, he got more and more angry and more convincing of people to take him where he wanted to go, and it took a lot of people to restrain him. Once they put him in his cell, they never brought him out. He was in that cell for 30 years. Destiny.
I have I don't know about them. They don't necessarily tend to live as long, but I will definitely live at least another 30 years. If you do something, we will put you back in for at least another 30, maybe 60 years next time.
Well, that is fair. I do not wish to upset my saviors any more than I have. I wish to be an asset. Full transparency.
Other than like named.
Naturally. I mean, you didn't like my name, so we'll go with not a name.
If you were like, oh, my name is Friend, it would have been different, but you said, you can call me Friend, and then cast your spell.
Naturally. Isn't that how it works?
He was like, my name is Rake, and she's like, I'm not a crab anymore. Hi, I'm sorry. He was like, I'm Rain, and I said, I'm Mist. That's
She
how it
actually
works.
said, hi, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm a crab. And
Yeah.
then she...
And then he stopped
But you
being a
would...
crab.
I was speaking to him in his head.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Well, yeah, I know you did. So you wouldn't have necessarily known.
You just came out of your crab form and spoke. But-
Giant rabbit. Acid machine. Curious. Fiery druid and human. I was curious. You must be something extraordinary to be amongst the extraordinary. And indeed you are.
Is accurate. It's nimble,
And
survivable.
strong-willed. The exact kind of people I would like to be around rather than Namlians, Namlio, whomever did this.
Well, even more of a reason to just tell us your name.
In time, you have spunk. You could earn that privilege. I could help.
There. Okay.
Sometimes
I'm good with that. I'll just call you Wings for now.
That works as well. You may call me Wings, although I put them away. I don't want to scare people.
They appreciate that.
Of course. But if they ever become useful, if people can become tolerant of that sort of thing, I don't mind stretching them out a bit.
I feel that people will be more and more tolerant of what's happening here as we defend them. So if you're capable of helping to provide defense, people will be tolerant of whatever. Just no magics on the town
Townfolk. No magics. Understood. Everything outside of town we are defending from? Are there limits? Are we accepting incoming travelers?
Don't hurt the Fae.
Don't hurt the Fae. Easy enough. You hear in your head, really? Really?
Whenever I get mad, can like the flames just like spike up
Oh,
just a
absolutely.
little bit more?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Really?
flicker and agitate.
Don't listen to this one. Also, don't hurt nature. But the Fae have hope.
You know,
Why are
if
you
I-
so just like
If I
shitty towards
aerosolized
everything?
propellant, I could probably make all of fire. The propellant that I use to shoot my darts is slightly flammable. If I were to aerosolize it, just give me some ideas, things I could play with.
Oh my.
kind of like a controlled fire shooter. Sphere of fire.
Absolutely.
Still be aerosolized. Anyways, we have more people to set free, but don't harm the locals.
No harming the locals. Easy enough.
Or the Fae are technically locals as well. We don't just open the doors to travelers without we've refortified this position.
Are you looking to fortify more? Do you want more people here to help?
Situationally, where are you getting
Where am I getting people from?
Yeah, you.
No, I mean just
You're
if people
implicating.
came from the outside, if I could convince them to come inside. Would you like that?
Don't think if you were like doing flashy eyes, it would be a good idea.
Yeah, the flashy
Oh
eyes.
no, I can be plenty convincing without flashy eyes. Flashy eyes defense. Or wooing if necessary. But, no. I can be
We'll talk about that
normal.
later.
I promise. I'll fit in.
Yeah. It's kind of hard for you to not fit in with this group. Right.
Well, I guess I will go make introductions and hopefully the information of the wings and the stay under wraps.
Except for
pretty much
all
all people
They all
watching
pretty
have
much
all
watch.
pretty much spread the information, so it doesn't really matter.
Let's get you some clothing too.
He's just straight dong. Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose.
There
I
are
guess.
laws that states you are welcome to clothes and nothing more. You know, just clothe yourself in one of the estates nearby.
I don't even need that, but seems to be a request. I'll find something satisfactory.
If you will be going to concentrate to be normal.
Naked-ish.
Nice shirt, coat,
Look,
armoring.
look-ish. Except for, you know, your metal.
In your flesh.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen what happens when metal and flesh collide? It's usually worse for the flesh.
Are you hitting on me?
Yes. Yes, he
No,
is.
I'm saying I'm capable of hitting you. That's not good. He's really, really inspired me to lay out a couple good wallops.
So you and you. How does that work, I wonder? He walks off.
No idea. Don't register any of this stuff.
But yeah, so that's 30 things now within the crossroads.
Things.
One aberrant, one dead guy, one frog guy, one
couple of guys.
demon guy, devil guy, of sorts. Yeah, a couple dead guys. But we can call it there, as it is
Yeah, so that's on.
approaching 9:15. You've had one full day of some intense blight takeover into the party members, and then have freed a good chunk of the people
Doing good.
within the prison cells. Pretty cool. Sanitarium cells.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Lesser restoration didn't quite work as planned.
It worked great. You've made a superior life form, in theory.
This is true.
Nothing's interacted with her yet.
Although I'm kind of enjoying this. I should have. Not meant.
You didn't. You
Warmly.
definitely did not like ignite like Lopal did.
You don't want to roll low on 100%.
I don't really want to take my chances. However, it just
You also
kinda
don't want to
fun.
nat one your Constitution saving throw either.
You did roll really low on the con save, even with my D4. Maybe if you had a higher con save before you got hit, you would have just remained through it, been fine.
Okay, but it wasn't low enough to like really fuck me over. Also, I totally forgot that I have this feature of it's lucky. So anytime I roll
Roll one.
yeah, I can't speak
Roll.
on a save or attack or anything. I can reroll. So
Oh, that's
that
cool.
would have been super helpful
Halfling luck.
so
yeah.
many times.
If I would have remembered, I would have said
Oh, I
something
know.
too. But
I
it just
know.
blanked out of my mind too.
You also have the group luck thing. If you can share your luck with other people.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
And Rain, I mean, you keep rolling really, really well on your con saves.
Also good.
So far, so good.
Well, we know what happened with that, so
It was getting really bad there for a while.
we can always, in the future, take time and if you want, we can attempt to see what we can do for you, but it's up to you. You saw what happened.
Yeah, I'm really tired of, I think this is potion number 2 that has done something worse to me, so.
I don't know that it's necessarily
Is it worse?
It's
Uh,
just depends.
I guess it's progressed, which isn't
But
good.
in a
It's a cool
positive
thing, but it's progressed. That's what's bad, is the blight is progressing.
So, do you remember when we found a cure for the blight?
It wasn't an actual
No,
cure.
there wasn't a cure. Nothing else has ever found a cure for the blight. So perhaps part of this is just getting through the blight without.
Mhm. No, I feel like you're just at this
Setting
point
yourself
just
on fire.
saying shit that could potentially be reasonable just to keep using me as an experiment.
You sound
I've
nervous.
never.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable.
I've
This is
never
the second
once-
time his stupid potions have failed.
Or
How is it
really
the second
affected
time?
you.
Yeah.
The first time the potion
It was
helped you.
something no,
Your
because I had
psychosis
two. I had one before that because I was hesitant to take that one that
The
actually
first time I
did
just
help
took
me.
blood.
I could have sworn you
I
had given me
didn't give you
something
anything.
before,
I took blood
and I wasn't. Something had
I
happened.
just took blood.
Took blood, then there was one potion
Smoke smell.
where the campfire sound went away and you started
Yeah.
smelling smoke.
Yeah.
Then you did give her one other potion, and it just
When she started
seemed-
smelling smoke, I took blood and I did the smoke smell.
I thought you gave her another swiftness, but it didn't.
No, because I just whatever potion I got the next day, I was gonna use as a placebo.
I still don't.
Right.
I still don't appreciate it.
So technically, the first time I gave you a potion, the smoke smell went away,
That's true.
and then with that, you started to become warm, but your psychosis, the sounds, the smells, and all that just disappeared. It sounds better. You're
Sounds better.
less insane,
I'm just,
and now
on fire.
you have flames coming from you, but
Can't sneak anywhere. I'm
You
just gonna
also-
be cruising through places.
in all fairness, you've also summoned swords of fire from your hands.
Yes, but I
So
could
this is something
put
that's
those
already
away.
in you.
It's not like I'm constantly walking through a town or trying to sneak or so. Those are two different fucking things. Don't even. No, don't.
But
do not even.
you could
Do
not-
not even compare the two. Something I can sheath and put away.
But when you put it away, where are you putting it away from? From existence.
Yeah.
So you have to first bring it into existence and then learn to put it away.
Oh, you're making me mad.
We get you through this. We are bringing the fire. The warmth was inside of you. The warmth is now on the outside of you.
Because
which
it's
is
worsened.
well, perhaps, but
Perhaps there's no perhaps about it. Stop.
to think
You're
about it, the fire was
gaslighting me
inside
right
of
now.
you. The fire is now outside of you.
Do not appreciate what
Not
you're
sure
doing.
Xylene
This could
would
be
know that.
This could be the disease working its way out of
Progressing.
your body. It could be
Oh,
progressing. It
Lord.
could be. It's clearly exiting your body through jets of flame, which means that the warmth that was inside you that was discomforting, which you say now is gone. Yes.
I mean, I still feel warm.
But the discomfort is gone.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
feel
psychotic
fine, but
sounds
I'm
in
not
the
like
background.
cooling down by any means. I'm just chronic warm.
We're getting it out of
Chronic
your body.
warm. I like it. Blaze it.
I'm just saying.
Blaze it.
It's a progression. We are learning as we
420,
go.
blaze it.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I literally just said whoever would like to drink the potion.
And then I got
And then it was
voluntold,
like,
and then
well, no, there was flip
oh
coins.
yeah, no,
You
here's
subjected
coin.
yourself to
You pulled
coins.
a coin out of your pocket.
You
and
could have just been like,
flipped
nah.
it. And it was because you were all like, oh, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. No, it wasn't like, oh, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. Oh, I don't want to do it. You do it. It was more of, okay, we'll all do it. We all volunteered.
Quit.
And then so we
I'm
chose.
Zorro.
I'm
Zorro.
I have not done anything that you did not agree to. I'm trying to make this better for
I
you.
didn't agree with the fucking needle getting put in my back, but there I was.
You kind of did. Because I said it will go into your back once you drink the potion, and then you drink the potion.
I kept saying no, and then you kept convincing me.
And I could have put it to your chest, right to the sternum, but you'd have to watch that, and it's less pleasant.
Or in the temple.
It's whatever at this point.
Mhm.
Just whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
You saw Lopal, who was coming down with the same magic sword.
I don't care.
He
I don't care. I'm gonna be upset. You could say what the fuck ever. It's not gonna change the fact that I am upset about it right now. You are not going to convince me to not to be upset about it right now.
It's
It's
fine.
okay.
You can be upset.
You are doing better than low power. That is true.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, did you see all the rooms of the people who just turned to ash?
Yes.
Did you see anybody
You're
in these
still
rooms?
trying to convince me to not be upset about it. Let me be upset.
Do you
I
remember all the
swear to
rooms
God,
full
this-
of fire people?
This,
Okay, let's
I'm going to be
love
upset.
charisma. I'm just
That's
saying,
fine.
when we find a room with a fire person who also didn't just ignite and die as the disease worsened,
Mhm.
then you could be like, see, other people have survived this as well. But as far as we know now, you have ignited and not died, which we know. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. So you are 1 out of 11 people who have ignited and not died.
Yeah.
So, but we watch the progression. We know the level that it goes to. At the ignition point,
You have
low PAL died.
You have
Okay,
over
fine.
100 sheets of paper of people that turned to ash. Just that symptom, or that outcome alone. Over 100 sheets of individuals that have died by immolating.
Plus,
It's kind of fun to turn into tiny animals. I'm
so
tired.
that's you're a 1 in 100. I wonder what the difference is.
Very fiery to
Probably, it
begin
was probably
with.
something within you. It probably had nothing to do with what I was doing.
Oh no, absolutely not. Now I just feel like you're trying to blow smoke up my ass, but I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Get the reason for that. It's fine.
It's fine.
What? Do we rest? Do we take the rest of the day, or do we want to try to release
Free more.
people?
Three more.
We can free more, but at a certain point, I also would hate. I don't know. I like freeing people, but I would be worried if we freed absolutely everyone, because suddenly we quickly become outnumbered by inmates.
True.
Maybe give everybody who we've freed so far a day or two to kind of
Acclimate.
get settled in, get a vibe for them.
Let's do that.
As far as they know, we've released everybody.
Especially Hellboy there.
Yeah, he seems aggressive.
I like them.
Hellboy?
The undead. With armor that throws fireballs.
You haven't
I
talked
do
to him
have
yet.
to leave now though,
Yeah.
because I'm going to get home by 10.
All he did
I'll
was
have to
point
be
at
up
you
at 4:30.
and said, "Can you?"
I'm gonna close this off.
And also I want to play a little bit of Stray.
Join us tomorrow for Ocean Bound.
Bye!